Eve. Um, we joined the party last leaving off with them encountering a green dragon. It's stealing their treasure, and Lucy's big with all her money, which was 25,000 gold. The group went to town. Quentin did a lot of healing and helped people out. Then the group came looking for him, woke him up during his rest, slapped him around a couple times, told him how stupid he was a little bit for running off. And then everybody decided to help around town. Um, certain people doing certain things. Quara was going around giving everyone support. Malign was going around telling everybody they're doing it wrong. This is how you're supposed to do it. Lucy, Quentin was sleeping. Lucy was helping build things, and Shaper was doing something also. But anyways, the group got back together after Quentin got his sleep and decided to go looking for this dragon. On their search for the dragon, they encountered a barbarian that was made almost looked animatronical as a walking robot, you could say. But he was covered in furs, carried around a big old maul, and he was also hunting a dragon because that's what he was made for. The group decided to ask him if he wanted to join them and help them, and he said sure. So they continued deeper into the forest and came across a swamp where the green dragon lay. While thinking everything out and planning all their moves, Malign decided to take it upon himself and decided to try to ally with the dragon instead of the barbarian, seeing the options. So what happened was he pushed the barbarian and a fight got started where the barbarian ended up taking the life of Malign, but at the same time the group ended up taking the barbarian's life. After all the deaths and destruction, the dragon ate Malign's body, swallowing him as pretty much an offering, and then told them that they would take the group to Rexendrim where they were headed if they would also help him out. The group agreed. They found out that the dragon was looking for a very magic, powerful book held in the Cerebus Assembly located in Rexendrim, which some of the party knows is the highest mage order of the dynasty. As the party arrived on the outskirts of Rexendrim, they lowered, the dragon let them off. They were about to head into town when Lucy spotted somebody that she recognized from her past coming out of the ground in a strange way. Somebody that the last time she saw him was alive, but she was told was killed in front of one of their friends. Soon after confronting him and finding out if it was him or not, they learned that Littell, a former character member, has came back to life by the path of hope, maybe his god, the Raven Queen, maybe something else. No one's quite sure yet, except Littell. But he's also having a little bit of personality issues and memory issues as everything's coming back differently to him, living his thousands of years, having so many souls and so much death and everything around him. Things just aren't the same as they used to be. The party entered the town. Lucy got a message from Jester saying that here soon that they might need their help because they have encountered and figured out where Yasha is and they are trying to get her back. So the group all found residence to stay at, found a nice hot meal to put in their bellies for the night, and they wake up the next day. And that's where we're going to pick up is Littell. How much did you sleep the night before?
None. I'm not required to.
Okay. So while sitting there just trying to collect some bits and pieces of information, hoping a few memories flash back in front of you, you get a strange voice coming into your head. One part of you feels like it's heard before, but you can't place it. But you have a growing, like, an emotional connection more than anything to this voice. One of hatred, one of friendship. It rides that very fine line because you hear the voice of Stannis, the last person's face, and when you hear that voice instantly, you see his face right before you die. Just his face. And it flashes there for a quick second. And in your mind, you hear it say, "Is it true? Are you back?"
Yeah.
Then it worked.
I stay silent.
And then you hear, "I've been looking for you, but I'm trapped. Can you please come help me?"
It's this.
"This is Stannis. Don't you remember me?" And then you have like a quick replay almost of just certain moments flash through your head. Of the moment of the first time you wanted to kill him, finding out who he worships. A lot of those moments, you have
Yep.
a moment of a cat flash in your head. You can't really explain why, but it just had glowing eyes. A moment where you saw a bunch of bodies hanging from rafters. A moment where you stood before a dark elf in a brilliant palace, a beautiful woman. And then the last moment of him standing over you, tears weeping from his eyes. And then it turns back to darkness in your mind.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm in a land surrounded by mist. It used to be once a long time ago called Barovia. And then the communication ends right there. It just feels like that connection all of a sudden was severed.
Right. Is it almost like, is everybody almost waking up, or is it like midnight?
This would be around like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, like witching hour.
So Rice's still unconscious. I don't know what's going on with my freaking Wi-Fi right now, but my camera's being weird. So I'm gonna fix it. But I can still hear and stuff.
So you'll know Dawn will be here in like 2.5 hours.
All right. I guess I'll go down to like the barkeep if he's still here.
Yeah, you walk down the stairs, and it's just deathly quiet. You walk into the bar, and you catch him sitting there, like just nodding off at behind the bar, just kind of like trying to be awake, but at the same time, everyone else in here is just either passed out, drunk. Like you see somebody in the corner just flat on the table. You see like a couple little halflings just pressed over on each other, and he's just like nodding in and out, sitting there on the bar. He looks once you like hit that bomb step, you see him like catch his eyes and goes, "Oh, hi sir, it's very late. Would you like a beer?"
What race is he?
He's a half orc.
Half orc. Gotcha.
No, human. Yeah, I forget we're in the Empire, not Storehouse anymore.
Gotcha.
That's right.
I'm good. And I'll
Okay.
sit at the bar, and I'll just kind of look him in the eyes. And I'm just so, I don't know how to describe, but just I'm gonna be a dick.
Yeah.
Just gonna kind of sit down, just look at him, It's a quiet night, right?
Yeah, we just have the local drunks. Not many people up around this time of night unless they're trying to cause trouble.
Pull out
You
a
seem-
dagger. I'll put the blade on the table and just start spinning it.
You kind of hear a shiver, a shaking in his voice. Is everything okay?
Do
Like,
you
you
know
seem...
what Barovia is?
Barovia. Let me see. I Back in the day, I heard stories about it, but those were just horror stories. They say there was a land taken away into the mist, and the person that led it is some evil, strong vampire. But that was just stuff I was told as a kid. Like, can't be real.
Yeah, cool. So how do I get there? Supposedly.
I don't know that. And you seem like kind of like as you tense up and you're just playing with a dagger still. He just kind of gets a little nervous and steps back, like as close to the wall as he can get.
Is there anybody in here who looks, I don't want to say like vampire-ish, but like a little more on the edgier side of things?
Roll me a perception check. As this is going down.
Perception. That is a 14.
14. Okay, you end up looking around. You don't hear anything, but at the same time, like as you're asking that and thinking about this, you see like a quick shadow pass by the windows up front of the bar.
I'll turn back around to the guy. I kind of slowly turn and slowly turn back. And I put my dagger back in my belt. Just, has there been any sightings of anything not normal in town?
Not normal, like what do you mean exactly?
Any undead people who are just assholes for no reason?
I mean, not that I know of. Normally the guards kind of try to keep all that stuff out with the help of the assembly, but let me yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, there was talks about people seeing certain things move at night that were there one second and not the next, but I just thought those people were drunks or something, you know. Who's up really at this time of night? And he kind of like what looks down,
Oh,
trying to hide his eyes from you. As far as disappeared.
Well, is there any place where these sightings are localized, or is it just all in town?
Most of the sightings just happen. They happen more around this part of the district.
It's part of the district.
Yeah, we're in the lower part of the district where I don't like to say the poor people live, but it's where the poor people live. And
Take a look around after he says that. Do I notice anybody wearing any like nice clothes or anything?
I mean, the halflings
unique.
look decent, but they look like they're a couple musicians that And then the other person sitting over in the corner, he just looks like a drunk fighter, like somebody that just came, like one of the guards.
What's the barkeep wearing?
Barkeep is in just a simple like jogger outfit, something to keep him warm, nothing special. The bar you guys did choose is kind of more on the rundown side, since you didn't all have much money. But as you're talking to him, you do see that shadow come back into the window. You can't see. You see like an outline of a figure, and it just stands there for like a good couple minutes. And when you finally like look at it and it catches your gaze, it darts away again.
I'm gonna turn back around to the barkeep. If you hear screaming, recommend getting down. And I'll stand up and go to walk out the door.
Okay. Are you gonna try to do this stealthily, or are you just walking out?
I'm walking right the fuck out.
Give me a perception check as you walk out.
21.
21. So yeah, the minute you walk out, you'll first notice it's a cool, crisp night. You know, it's 3:30 in the morning. The moon's at full light. Total open sky, no clouds. It's got that eerie feeling on the streets, like, because you walk out there and there's no sound, there's nothing. Like, you might hear something off in the distance, sound like an animal moving, small like rat or cat. But besides that, it's eerie. And you like turn out of the peripheral of your vision as you walk out. You see like a figure standing shorter than you, dressed in like you saw with like a dress and like a hat, just kind of dart into the alley.
Gonna pull out my pistol. My pistol, is it clip fed or is it like revolver?
Revolver style.
Okay.
Yeah, think like Percy style.
Yeah. So let me change that to a revolver. But yeah. I'll as I kind of see this person come back and then dart back into the alley, I'll just kind of pull it out, see how much ammo I got, put it back, spin it, and just go, let's just have a nice conversation and turn the corner.
And when you turn the corner, you're going to come face to face with her.
Okay.
She's going to be standing there in the alley. You first recognize, you see the white hair and black, but the things you see are the scars across her face that look like stitches. Like literally, and as you start like eyeing her body up and down, with your such high perception, you catch like she stands a little off tilter, like one foot's a little bigger, and then one arm's a little longer.
Is she doing any magic or anything?
No, she's just standing there, right there. Okay. Yeah. And you notice in her eyes that one's blue and one's green. She has two different color eyes, and she looks up at you and goes, "It took you long enough."
Yeah, don't play that with me. What do you need? Why are you fucking peeking in on me?
I was sent here to retrieve you.
Me? Out of all people.
You are Littell, are you not?
That's a name I go by, I guess.
You were the person that crawled out of the ground yesterday with the new life, did you not?
Unfortunately.
I know how you got your life back.
Do you know
name Stannis ring a bell to you?
Nah. Yeah. Yeah, he does. Is he the motherfucker who brought me back?
Well, he was the person that started it. He made it his goal and mission to find a way to bring you back. He managed to find that answer.
I'll put my gun in the holster, clip it. Do you know where he is?
Yes. He is in the place that I came from. Barovia.
Is he a prisoner? You guys just keeping him there for shits and giggles? What's up?
Well, is there more of you? This is something I would like to sit down and explain if you have company. And probably better inside than outside.
I want you to answer this for me real quick, and then I can get that.
He is a prisoner, but this is not by me and my my king. It
Okay.
is by the old ruler of the land. He has made a coup somehow to come back. When the magic that was casted to restore you, it came with a price. And the price Sanus paid was to give back also power to something evil. And in causing that, the old ruler of the land came back, and Sanus taking this gift allowed him, how can I say that, his connection to both you and him to this old ruler. It's something he's afraid of, because he's afraid that his life is tied to Sanus's, or the power that he used to bring you back. So he took Sanus as a prisoner.
Hostage.
Either one.
Yeah. So, fine. Let's go meet the crew.
Okay.
And I'll turn around, walk back into the tavern.
And before you before she leaves the thing, you see her just cast a spell and disguise herself, and all the markings go away, and she just looks like an innocent little peasant girl.
Weird.
She's
Yeah,
like, well, my facial features are kind of overpowering to some people, so.
To some. As we enter the tavern,
Yes.
does anybody have a cane?
Yeah. One of the halflings have a little cane.
I wouldn't be able to use a halfling cane.
I mean, if you grab, you could grab both. You see, he has two of them.
Yeah, no, I want a normal size cane. There isn't one here.
Give me a persuasion check and ask the bartender.
That would be a persuasion, dirty 20.
The bartender goes, he sees you looking for something. He goes, anything on your mind I could help you with?
Yeah. I need a cane.
Oh, cane, you say? Anything in particular? Just a wooden stick?
I mean, preferably black or red.
I can check. We gotta get a lot of drunk people here, and they leave stuff. So I was a little lost and found in the back room.
Yeah. Let me see your lost and found.
Okay,
and I'll just follow them.
You follow him in, and he just takes you to a little storage closet. You open it up. Give me a D100.
D100.
Yeah.
That's never good.
Let's see what cane you get.
4.
4.
If I was casting Divine Intervention.
Yep. Oh, you'd be able to speak
How
to
do you roll
right
a
now.
4 on a D100?
Okay, so I'm actually going to do that normally. Yeah, we're going to do it this way. So as you're looking in there, you do manage to actually spot a cane. And it's pure black, but has accents of red in the wood. So when you turn it, you can see a little red shimmer. The handle of it, though, is what caught your eye. It's the handle of a raven.
Like a raven's head, or just a raven?
No, a whole raven. Where the beak is the part in your hand and everything.
Gotcha.
And what also is it's not made of silver or gold or anything. It's made of
Vibranium. No.
It's made of white stone.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Yep. It's made of white stone.
And I'll look at the guy as I'm grabbing it. I'm we don't want a price for this.
Well,
you don't want
no, I'm good.
Okay.
Is he just kind of looks away from you? Is she with you?
Yeah, don't worry about her. Is there any hats in here? Like, I'm just completely ignoring this fucking guy.
What kind of hat are you looking for?
Have you seen Van Helsing?
Mm-hmm.
The kind of like witch hunter brim hat.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking for one of those.
Okay, yeah. You look around, and it takes you a minute, but you don't find a hat.
I don't find a hat?
You don't find a hat.
Motherfucker.
And as the lady peers behind the door and goes, "Are you finished yet? I didn't know I was coming in here to watch you look for clothes.
You can leave.
Are you looking for a hat?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for a hat. I got a cane.
If I give you a hat, will this help us go quicker?
Do you want to hear the right answer, or do you want to hear my answer?
She pulls off her hat and walks over to you and puts it on your head. And goes, there.
Her witch's hat?
As the witch's hat goes on your head, you feel it change into whatever you want. As you now have a hat of disguise. So.
Okay.
Sick.
I'm kind of...
And you see her image drop back. And as she's standing closer to you, you can see the scars and everything. And even like her lips don't look like they're hers. Like even like the lower part of her jaw looks like it was replaced. Like this looks literally like Bride of Frankenstein shit.
Okay.
That's a bit terrifying.
So her lips don't look like hers. She just looks like an amalgamation of parts, right?
Yeah, but they're all like parts of women that would be like the best features of that being in a way. So like, yeah, literally think Bride of Frankenstein. Like I'm making the most beautiful woman ever.
I'm just shiver and let's go get him.
You should have seen how I felt when I found out. And she follows you. Yes, how I was made.
Let me just awkward conversation. Don't want to be a part of it. I'm gonna go grab the party.
So you guys head back up. Whose room do you guys want to go into? Since it is about like 4 o'clock in the morning.
For every reason but, ease, I'm gonna go and knock on Cora's door.
Okay.
Just because I have this inkling that she might be more active than the others at this time of day.
Cora, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Do you find yourself sleeping right now or awake?
I think Cora was asleep, but then kind of like woke up to just like for some prayer or something like that. Something weird. Yeah.
And I think also since after your whole dedication of protecting Lucy, you feel on like a little more edge now.
Yeah.
So like any light sound or anything movement that you don't recognize, just like automatically like your eyes open. And you have
absolutely
like that glow out. And that's what you hear. Before you hear a knock on your door, you hear a set like sounds of 2 footsteps from like 2 different people coming up to your door.
I'm gonna like as I'm walking with my cane, lift it up and hold it by the base. But you keep going, Cora.
Cora immediately goes for her hammer. Just like kind of has it at the ready. Just in case. And she kind of just like listens out.
Give me a perception.
$18.
You hear a slight sound of a female's voice as it's coming closer to your door. You can make out the word. Yes, you can make out the words going, how long is this going to take? I thought you'd be so quicker. Just kind of sounds like a little annoyed. And then you hear tap, tap, tap on the door.
Cora kind of like her hair flames a bit, and then she grabs her war hammer and creeps over to the door, and like just cracks it open just a bit and kind of like glares in to see who it is.
Calm down, hothead. This one needs to talk to you. Lytel's voice, completely different. The way he's standing seems a lot more confident. And you can see that the dark pulses in his skin have grown significantly. His skin looks more like obsidian black than ashen gray like it was yesterday.
Once she kind of like hears Lytel's voice, but he looks a little different. Her hair still is like glowing, and she just goes, "What the fuck do you want?"
I think your hair glows a little higher, even. Like,
Yeah, just a little bit, for sure, absolutely.
I kind of like lift my cane up again, like throw it up and catch it, and just point towards she Frankenstein and just talk to her.
And she just like kind of, to tell you just feel like her dismiss you as she just walks in the room. And she goes, "Are you part of his party? I'm sorry for the intrusion. My name is Lies."
Lies?
Lies.
Yes, Lies.
Why do I feel like that's
Why are you here?
foreshadowing?
Because I do not know my own name. And so I gave it to myself, because once I first looked in the mirror, I realized I was a lie.
A little too deep.
How sad.
Right.
Why are you
But-
here?
Well, I'm here. And she motions back over to Tell and goes, "Your friend's standing there. I was part of the spell that went on to bring him back and give him his life. The person that came and had me do this ritual with my husband was someone called, I don't know if you know him, but his name was Sanus. And he was on a mission to bring this hotel person back. And I've come on, well, he was taken hostage / prisoner by the old owner of the land of Barovia.
What does that have to do with me?
Well, it has nothing to do with you, but I just assumed that if Littell had a party, that they would like to know, because I need him to come help us rescue Sanus.
Can I roll an insight check on her?
Of course you can. And also both of you roll me a history check of the name Barovia.
Okay. Is Lucy awake?
You see Lucy, like, as the talking going on, her eyes
14
just
for
like pop
insight.
open, and she like pulls down the blanket, and she's just sitting there watching, not wanting to like be seen, noticed, but she's listening to everything.
Would Barovia be technically information about undead?
Yes.
Okay.
Josh,
That was a 14 for insight and a 9 for history, unfortunately.
So insight, she is telling the truth. Like, you might get that there's a little more about like the rituals and spells going on, and there's a couple things she's not leading on to, but for like pretty much not trying to harm you or getting ill feelings, she's being honest.
Okay.
I got a 24 for history.
Well, that makes perfect sense, because you are technically from the Shadowfell. Raven Queen has told you much about it during your teachings and living there. You've seen creatures from different planes walk into the Shadowfell. Places from Barovia, places somewhere from Darkon, to other places. When you hear the name Barovia, it kind of clicks in your head. This place used to exist in the world somewhere, but with this man that used to run it made a deal with something dark, and it stole his soul and all the land that he claimed, and transferred him to the Shadowfell, where he lies as a vamp. Or it's been years, but the last thing you remember hearing is he was the ruler of the lands, and his name was Stradvan Zarovich. He was a vampire. You've never made your way over there because you know that from like the Raven Queen has control of who's allowed in the Shadowfell. Other people that take dominancy or like rulership over these places have control on who they allow enter, who they allow leave, and that is what you guys get.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm preemptively start holding my revolver again. Just low at my side. Cane in one hand, revolver in the other.
I kind of am feeling the same way. Kind of like my grip is tightening on my warhammer, but it's kind of like behind me, like ready to swing.
I don't mean to rush you, but I only have a limited time here. So if you would like more information, my king, my husband, can provide you with more of that. He is the new ruler of Barovia and has been for the last few years.
What's his name?
His name is Adisica.
Adisica.
Yes.
Mid-time.
When you hear that name, Vittel, a brief memory, like the moment you're dying, you remember hearing that voice of the person you don't recognize again talking to somebody named Adisica.
Gotcha. All right.
Above game, what's her name again?
Her name is Lies.
Okay.
I'll look at lives and, just what do you mean limited time?
Well, my way to get here and get back to the mist, its connection to your realm is very limited, and the strongest points where I can travel is around 3 to 5 o'clock in the morning. So to be able to make it back, we would have to leave soon.
So instead of just coming to me, you ran outside of a window twice and stared at me.
I did not know if it was you yet, and I did not know if it was your own spirit brought back to you. Dark magics that we used can cause a lot of things to happen. Have you felt anything strange since coming back?
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Because as soon as she says that, like, Lytel's face just drops. And I don't have anything for deafen. Fuck. I would just stay silent.
Okay, roll me. She's gonna roll an insight check on you.
Mm-hmm.
So, roll me whatever you feel like. That would be against. And let me pull up her character sheet.
Cora's just kind of like watching this interaction, like, you guys woke me up for this.
All right.
I got a 22 deception.
22 deception. Okay.
Sorry, 21.
She got a 24. Just insight.
There's some things Lytel has figured out since he was.
She's going to like sit there and judge you, and she can tell from your silence that you're just not letting on to everything. She's not going to bring it up, as she like you see her eyes look over to Cora, and then look back to you, acknowledging like she's recognizing the situation, doesn't want to cause drama or let people know onto things that you might not have yet. So she's just going to sit back and just kind of.
Who else do we need to get out of here?
The decision is up to you. Do you want to come with me or not?
Do I want to put whoever fucking revived me into the grave.
He did a heroic thing, but I suppose I understand. I mean, he did give part of his soul away to bring you back.
I'll take the whole soul away.
And then
A
Cora,
crooked smile
you
creeps across Lighthouse's
kind of feel like something get tossed at you from the back, and you could tell it's from Lucy, as she's trying to like get your attention. And you just hear like a little finger like wave up to you, like, come here.
Cora's immediately disinterested and immediately goes over to Lucy. And
Fuck
just
your
is
whole
like,
shit.
yeah, like fuck this. And
Just-
immediately just goes over to Lucy. And kind of just like, 'cause she's still laying down, right?
Yeah,
Like
she's just
still,
like
okay,
hiding, like trying to hide herself.
yeah. So I kind of like just bend down and I go, "What do you need?"
That lady says Sanus?
Yeah, she said something about him being the reason why Lytel was brought back. I
Remember my party I was telling you about? The one with that was the cult leader, kind of? That
yeah,
Yeah, that's Sanus.
that's him. She
Yes,
said he
and
was taken hostage by the old owner of Bar- Bar- Barovia.
Barovia. As Lightouse kind of looking over the shoulder of Wise.
I've never heard that name, but I would like to go looking for him if we can. I have wanted to see him.
Are you sure? It can be dangerous.
Yeah, but I'm hoping he might have also changed. Because when he last left me, he said he was on a path of redemption to bring back, do something for all the people he's hurt, and to find a way to bring back Littell. And as she looks over to Littell, if he did that, I can only imagine that he must at least change somewhat, right?
Lucy, but what if you're not sure? This is way outside of our realm.
It is, but it's also a close friend. I mean, please, will you go with us? I trust you more than some of the people I'm with right now. Littell's been different since he's come back.
And she kind of like looks up at Lucy very seriously, and kind of like grabs her hands in both of hers and kind of like warms them a bit in between her hands comfortingly, and he goes, I told you I would protect you with everything. I will stand by that. If that is, well, I think it's a bad idea. If that is what you want, I will follow.
I also think you could help him because you seem somebody strong of faith, and he was very misguided. So maybe you could teach him about redemption or changing his path.
I speak no tall order about my abilities, but I will say I'll give it my all.
He was just very misguided. He put his faith in himself, which led to putting faith in something he didn't understand. And some people tried to help him, but at the time he was ignorant to it. So I'm hoping you're very good with your words and your kindness and strength. So I'm hoping it might be able to get through to him.
Cora kind of lets go of Lucy's hands a bit and sits in that and just is kind of taken aback for a little bit. just like hearing that about herself. She doesn't really get that much. But goes, hopefully he hasn't fallen too far.
I don't think so too. I think we should grab
And just like
Japer,
nods her head.
but I don't know if we should bring Quentin. His whole gambling makes me scary of traveling somewhere with him to dark places.
Bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah, him running off the other night by himself. Couldn't have that if we left this. She said something about traveling to a different realm, right? I wasn't hearing things.
Something along that line. I lost interest. They were talking.
Let's at least grab Japer.
Let's ask him. Yeah.
Are
Majority
Quentin
rules.
and Japer in the same room?
I don't know. So no, we're gonna say that the girls slept in the same room, and all the guys got their own rooms.
Okay.
Yeah. So Japer has his own room because I think he would want it to have his own room with him and his newfound friend that he's been talking to. Which you guys go, like, whoever decides to go knock on his door.
I got business to take care
Okay.
of.
I'll go do it. I'll knock on the door.
So, Cora, when you go knocking on his door, like, you're expecting it to be like dark inside, but once you get close, you see like a fire coming, like flame, as light is on inside his room, and like you go to knock on it, and it just pushes open, and you just see him sitting there, like, just in like his eyes are closed, and he's having a full-on conversation quietly, but there's no one else in the room. He hasn't noticed you yet.
Cora has her like warhammer like with her, and like peeks in and sees him and just like, Japer.
Hold on, Archie. I'll be right back. Oh, Cora, what are you doing here?
Who are you talking to? It's just me.
My friend, the one that's in the crown, you know, I told you about. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
He's a good listener.
That's nice. I care less. We possibly have another mission. Have you ever heard of Barovia?
Oh yeah. Let me see if he's ever heard.
Or maybe the name Stannis. Does Stannis ring a bell?
Isn't that one person that Lucy was talking about before?
Yeah, him. Apparently there's some shit going down. He's missing. Was taken. Lucy seems to think that he can be redeemed. Apparently he brought Lytel back from life. This is way out of my realm. I don't tend to bring people back. That's some real deep magic. Maybe I'm not necessarily there yet. But we possibly need to go in that direction. And I think since you and Violence are best friends, I figured maybe you can come with.
He goes, "Did you say Barovia?"
Yeah, Barovia. You ever heard of it?
I've heard
never
stories of it, like from my younger ages of living around my father.
What is it?
It's, well, you know how there's the 9 hells, right?
Yeah.
And there's 9 of them.
Of course.
There's this realm called Ravenloft. Dread realms is what some people call them. There's a bunch of them. Let's say everything dark and shadowy, evil, like that kind of goes off of desires, made like these evil spirits that some would call gods, decided to make their own realm by giving certain people that wanted something so much that they would give anything for, including their natural life. And they did twisted deals with them. Like Barovian, for example, Strahd was a normal boy with a normal castle in the past. He killed his parents. And then having that happen, he met the girl that he was in love with. She left him, so he killed her. Wanting to be with her forever, he made a deal with some spirits that took him and all the lands of Barovia to their own realm. They gave him power of it, but he's not allowed to leave there. So he's in control of this place as like a demigod in a way, but at the same time, he's not. It's very weird.
Okay.
He got a 24 on a history check.
Wow, that was a lot of information. Okay.
It's fascinating.
I think
Urtu's been telling me so much in my head. Whew.
We'll worry about that later. I think I heard something about a Strahd when they were talking. Follow me back to the room. I'm sure that
Okay.
Lisa, whatever her name is. I'm sure that her and Lytel could give us a bit more information. Like I said, I clocked out.
Maybe. His mind's a little scattered.
Speaking of Lighthouse,
Yeah, what's going on? Why you're in the room with this lady and Lucy now? As Cora ran off.
I have. Well, so we've mentioned that we might leave Quentin behind, right?
Yeah, you heard Lucy say that, as she's afraid that he'd run off again.
I'm gonna walk to Quentin's room.
Okay, so the tele just disappears. Give me a stealth check, so that no one else hears you go to his room, like the people leaving and coming back.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm beelining it back to Lucy.
That is a 16.
Okay, what's your passive perception, Cora?
17.
17. That would catch you. You do see, out of the corner of your eye, Littell just dart into Quentin's room and shut the door.
You would see Lytel walking down the hall with his scimitar in one hand, his cane in the other, opening the door to Quentin's room.
You see that?
Okay. Ooh, and I do not have it. Actually, I am going to when I see that, I tell Japer to go into the room and watch Lucy, and I'm going to follow Lytel to the room. And then I want to cast Spiritual Weapon right next to Quentin.
Okay, so as Littell goes and opens the door, the first thing you see is the window's open. The bed's never been touched, and Quentin's not in here.
Fuck.
There's a piece of paper on the bed, though.
What does it say?
It says,
You get to it before I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gone to look for Twitch. Goodbye.
Please.
When Quora sees that the door, like the window was open and Quentin's not in there, she like uses her warhammer to kind of like push the door open and goes, "What the fuck are you doing in here?"
And I'll slowly turn around and I'll show her the note. And in like with no emotion, I just go, "It's a shame. I really wanted the coat." And I'll push past you. She
Um,
beat my scimitar.
This
I
coat
like-
wasn't even magical.
I know. I just wanted the coat.
You just wanted the coat.
Bloodied or not, I just wanted the coat.
That's awesome. But yes, Japer walks into the room, waits for you guys to return.
I said look after Lucy.
Yeah, he walked into.
And I
Yeah, no,
immediately
no,
barged directly
he
into
walked
the room.
into the room with Lias and them and waited for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I immediately follow back in, absolutely. Like hot on his tail.
Yep. You guys get back there, and you see Lucy like getting dressed and everything now, and Lias is just sitting there, going like this.
All right, Stitches,
waiting.
you ready to go?
I don't know, dead boy. Are you? Is this your full party?
I fucking assume so.
You see Lucy and Japer go. Did you guys talk to Quentin?
He's not fucking.
He's not here.
Oh. So did you leave a note?
Yeah, and Cora kind of just like pulls out the note that he left and hands it over.
Oh, that makes sense.
The fuck do you mean it makes sense?
Well, we did find him with
We all
Twitch,
watched it.
It's
but
an extra mouth to feed.
I mean,
Might be easier without him.
he didn't seem like he stood in one place in a long time. So
Cora like hears that and her eyes like flame at that and goes, "You don't fucking know him."
Me?
Yeah, like immediately when she hears that, it's like another mouth to feed. She's like, "You don't fucking know him. Don't ever."
and Japer kind of comes back and puts like his hand on your shoulder. Oh, it's okay. Just calm down.
And like
If you
her
wanna
hair kind
go,
of like
you
flames in.
can try to bury me. I'll come back. Unfortunately.
Lias
What I
kinda-
would do would be worse than death.
Lias goes, it's true. As long as the spell's inactive, you kind of can't die. Dark magic,
I'd like
it's
to
fun.
try.
Let's go.
Yeah, Stitches.
And-
Let's.
You see her like kind of like turn, and like she just puts out her hands, and you watch as her eyes go completely black, and you see like mist start rising up from under the doors and in through the window, and pretty soon the whole room's covered in it to the point you guys can't even see each other. You can't even see your hand in front of you. All you see is this mist in front, and as you blink, it feels like a good 20 minutes pass by, but it's only been a second, as like silence indefinitely you, and you're just trapped in this like almost nothingness, and then you appear walking out of this mist in a land that you would, it feels like it's somewhere. It looks dark. Like you look up, there's no sun. Like the sun you see isn't actually a sun. Like there's light, but you could tell from actually feeling the sun rays on your guys' self the day before that this isn't the actual sun. Something's different. And as you're like looking just for like people, animals, you don't see that natural wildlife around. Like you don't hear the sound of birds or the sound of squirrels or insects. You just hear maybe a couple caws of ravens in the distance, a wolf howl, and just quiet and eeriness. As Blythe turns to each of you and goes, "Welcome to Barovia. Places where your nightmares become real."
You said Rareview?
Barovia.
Oh, Barovia.
Yes. I can actually use the map for this now. So, I'm going to pull up a map for you guys.
Cool, cool.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Brew some coffee.
Sure. So, you guys are coming to a place
Mm-hmm.
like this. I can zoom in more. This is known as Barovia. Where you guys start is you're going to actually be outside the skirts of this town. Actually, no. Since this is my Barovia, you guys are standing outside as you like everything comes into a clear view. You're standing outside a couple castle. A big, huge castle. Like it is. It's probably looks about maybe 4 or 5 floors. There's different parts of it that go higher and lower. A giant drawbridge as you look behind you, as like you guys turn around, you see a giant drawbridge go over a giant empty moat of like a deep cavern, and yes, Liz goes, well, this is home. The king is inside. If you guys would like to follow me.
Don't have much of a choice.
No, I suppose you don't.
I mean, we're already transported here by some weird black. I don't even know what that was, but that wasn't holy.
Oh, that was
That's cool.
the mist. They have a
Yeah, I see
mind
that.
of their own.
That's comforting. Let's go.
Think of like your deities giving power to their faithful. The darker spirits here give power to the mist also. So
Comforting.
it's kind of one of those things. You just kind of learn to live with it. But yes, you guys start heading towards the castle, and you see the drawbridge lower and everything. The gates open up, and it's a nice little walk. And like once you get inside behind the walls, you start like seeing just the beauty of this castle, honestly, because it's old, like old, but just all the designs, like you see gargoyles coming up off of it, you see pictures of bats, you see pictures of wolves and ravens like on the top, little statues, and in the middle of the walkway, where it looks like there used to be a different statue of a person, now lies the statue of the king. And as you guys are going through the gates, she leads you deeper into the house. This is pretty much where you guys are going to be looking at. So that is what the castle looks like on the outside.
Ooh.
Yes. And you guys enter. And let me find a picture of this girl. See if I have one. And she takes you in, and as you guys enter, you won't see any, like, there's pretty much nobody around. You see a couple, like, servants that look like scurry off in, like, into the shadows and everything, but nobody comes to greet you. There's not much, like, normally you think going into a castle there'd be a lot of commotion going on, a lot of people, a lot of guards, just a lot of just noise. In here, just back to that deathly quiet, that eeriness. And as she leads you in, she goes, well, we'll probably find him in the place he likes to spend most of his time, but also, you are going to see this little character run up to you guys.
In the meantime,
Mhm.
as soon as we walk into here, Cora touches her chest and casts protection from evil and good on herself.
Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. So what you're going to see is this little thing run up to you. And it's literally
That's
about like the
terrifying.
size of a foot and a half. And it just like looks up to you and goes, kill, kill, stab, stab. Friend?
Friend?
Friend. And then you see Lies look to it and go, Piddlewick, these are our new guests. Entertain them or do something. And Piddlewick goes, entertainment, yes! Follow, follow! And it just like dashes off. Headed down the way you guys are headed. You guys want to ask her about it or anything, or follow along?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna follow along, I guess, for the most
Okay.
part, if that's what everybody else is gonna do.
Well, you hear
She
Japer
kind of
go,
looks back at everyone.
that thing was a little weird. And Lucy
Yeah, it was
go,
terrifying.
I thought it was a little cute. I mean, besides the whole kill, stab, stab part.
That's
Like,
the part you should be worried about, sweetheart.
it looked like a doll. Like, it was talking and moving. That was
Those are the
like,
ones you should be worried about.
you're probably right. But, well, should we follow it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use another spell slot to cast Protection of Good and Evil on Lucy as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I just kind of like stop her for a second and like touch her chest as well.
Oh, it's a concentration spell. Actually, you can't.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fine. That's fine. Toad's fine. Don't worry about it.
But there
But
is
it is
feats
my
later
fault.
if you want to ever take one for double concentration, just so you know.
You said what?
There's feats later on you can take for like concentrating on 2 spells.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
And as you guys follow this little thing, it leads you into what looks like a place where you'd have dinner. It looks like a giant table with 10 seats around it. You see a giant pipe organ that is blasting out music and being played. And it is actually really good. It's kind of a gothic, a little bit of a tone to it, eeriness. But you hear like it goes through the motions of a story. It's from adventure to the sound of sadness to the sound of glory. As you see the little Piddlewick run up to the guy sitting at the piano and pull on his cave and go, Master, master, your wife is back. The queen is back. And she's brought people. And when he says that, the music just stops. And you hear a loud sigh, and he goes, very well. Thank you, Piddlewick. You can be gone now. And he stands up and he turns. And this is what you see in front of you. He's about 6'4". He has silver hair, ice cold blue eyes, very pale skin, dressed in plate armor with a red coat, with a red cape, and a big old greatsword with a dragon's head on it.
Can we not make baddies hot? Because what the hell?
And when he smiles, you catch glimpses of fangs under his, like right when he smiles a little too high. You can see the little pointy fangs come out. He goes, welcome to Land Moria, formerly known as Barovia. I am your King Adisica. What are your names?
I'm the motherfucker y'all brought back.
Oh, I've met you. He stops and turns to you. I've met you before.
Sorry.
You were dying last time I tried and saw you. Huh. That boy's plan actually worked.
Speaking of boy,
Yes.
where?
Stannis, you speak of, yes. He is here, somewhere in these lands. We have much to discuss. Before we get to that, let me get everybody's name. This is only polite. You're in my house.
Cora kind of like looks at him up and down a bit and then just like nods her head slightly. Quadafalone.
That is a beautiful name. Nice to meet you, Farah. I've never seen somebody like you before. The flames, which is a very nice touch.
She kind of like looks at him because to her it's kind of weird. Like fire genasi are like rare, but not like that rare. So she just is like doesn't really know how to react to that. So
Insight check.
Go for it.
Is he flirting? That is a 24 for a natural 20.
Hold on. Let me bring him up.
Let's
Natural
go.
20 for a 24.
Let's go, Nat 20.
So
Is he flirting? Damn it.
I'm fine. I'm pulling up my character sheet, okay? So you rolled an insight check.
Flirting, damn it.
We are going to roll.
If he is, you're my new worst enemy. Because he's hot.
He rolled a 28 for persuasion.
What'd I do?
He is very flirting.
He's flirting?
Oh yeah, he has a 28 persuasion.
God damn it.
He's very, yes. He's like, I've never seen, like, we have people come and go through the mist, but they're all humans. Once in a while you might see an elf or a dwarf. But one time I met a Gesanki. He was very interesting. Never, what did you call yourself again?
Fire genasi.
Oh, fire. That is interesting. I'd love to learn more about your people.
How old are you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you like to take a guess?
No, I asked.
I know, and I'm asking you if you'd like to guess.
100.
Cora like flashes a smile at him. Please tell us.
I am 1,100 years old.
All right, cool. In your 1,100 years, you never heard of a fire genasi.
I have been in these lands for the last 1,030 years. Before this, I came from a land called Darkon, where we don't have no fire genasi.
Were you a human or an elf before this mistake happened?
Before what mistake? Before my vampirism.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Mhm.
I was neither. I was born this way.
Ah. Okay.
Yes.
Born a vampire.
My mother was bitten when she had me in the womb, and she died at childbirth. And as I grew into my adult age, I found out that I had certain lust for stuff, like blood. And it became harder to turn away from as I got older.
Do you have books here?
Books. There's many books here.
Like
Cora's
history
kind
books?
of like
Oh, yes.
enraptured by that because this is kind of like the first person that has like similar origins to hers. So she's just kind of like, my parents are human. I was made a genasi through fire while my mom was pregnant with me.
Did you seek out to destroy your father too?
No, my father was very loving and very supportive.
Oh, well, that is good. My fault there. I never knew him. He disappeared after my mother was born and died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes,
It's rather unfortunate.
I was searching for him, but something I was never able to find him. Instead, I was sent on a mission at the time, back in before I was the king of this place, let's say. I was sent here by my patron, my deity, what some people like to call it. He had told me that there was a vampire he wanted destroyed, and I made it my holy goal to do it.
Who's the deity?
My patron, or the person that I took this place from.
Patron. I already know who you stole
his
it
name. His name is King Azulin Rex.
from. That's your deity.
Yes. He is all. He is the king. Do you know this name?
DM, do I know this name?
You've heard of it before from being in the Shadowfell. You roll.
Have I
Actually, give me a
heard?
history. Give me both histories.
History? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be a Faith in your
That was a
undead?
10. I'm throwing these dice in.
He's
Nope.
undead. Yep.
These are
He is
absolutely
undead.
getting put in dice jail. Let me pick up another one because
That is a 24.
24. Skills for Lucy. You all, Jesus, you guys, this whole party has freaking. Lucy has advantage in history.
So do I.
She got 23. What'd you get, Cora?
a 10.
Japper got 25.
You're so enamored.
Like,
I know, right?
everybody else has like catches this name. Cora's like, I've never heard of it. But
Never heard of it. Please tell me more about yourself, though.
Right.
But
That's
you guys,
basically where she's at right now.
you, Japer, and Lucy kind of like, when he mentions King Aslan Rex, you all like have a little light bulb. As it sounds like another fairy tale, but Littell knows it's a little more real. This is a person that is also a patron of one of the realms, but he is known as one of the first witches. He is one of the first, and he's also known as the first person to escape the realms of the Dread Realms and become something more. He was once one of the leaders of Darkon, but he managed, think of like Vecna in Ascending. He ascended. He figured a way out. So that is what you caught. That this Lich pulled off the Vecna scheme and actually did become a god. But only in the realms of Dread. But yes, I slayed this vampire that used to keep this castle. I freed the people here from the tyranny rule that he held over them. But when my wife, he motions to his wife who comes in and sits next to him, kind of gives Quara a little like glare, just a little bit, like recognizing he was flirting with you and you're flirting back a little. And he goes, yes,
Cool as a cucumber, baby. Cool
my
as a cucumber.
wife, and well, let's put it this way. After Littell, you died, and I tried to resurrect you. Your spirit turned me down for some reason.
Why would you do that?
Because your friend asked me to. I came in need. I felt his cries out, and I answered them. But I could not bring you back, and your spirit refused. So I left. I thought that was the last time I saw your friend until he came seeking me out, wanting to know more about the power I had and the connection to it. So I brought them to this place called the Amber Temple. It's just a very wide known, high, powerful magic place in these parts. Ancient beings of power lie in tombs trapped in amber. I brought him up there, and with help of my wife, we managed to get the power of resurrection. True resurrection.
Yeah, it didn't quite work.
No, when we went to cast it, we did not have a body to use. That was our issue. So we had to take some life from Sanis, and it was probably my foolery. But I thought I was slayed and gotten rid of Strahd. So I used his set of armor that he had as kind of something to draw. And the power of Stannis' life and the power of evil brought you back but split you.
Yeah, that tends to be the case. What
And
happened? What seems like happened? And he kind of like looks back towards Cora, Lucy, and Japier. Is there a place we can talk about this without company?
Oh, you have many places. Feel free to run the whole castle if you wish. Chiselwick. And you see the little creature come back. Yes, master. Show them to a quiet place.
So I just want to speak with him directly.
Who?
Okay.
With
The party?
Sidica.
Oh, okay. You want to speak with just him?
Yeah, just him.
Okay. He goes, yes, follow
That's
me.
fine.
Stitches
I'll
already
decide.
knows.
Everybody else, have some wonderful wine and enjoy the food. It is all delicious and freshly made. And don't worry, the wine is wine. It's not blood. We have a great winery here. And he's like, follows you
I'm
out.
like hovering, like almost like helicopter parenting over Lucy. Like this whole
And
time.
so he follows you and he leads you up and you follow him and he takes you to this weirdest room you've ever seen. As you enter it, you instantly feel the unholiness of it. You instantly feel death everywhere as you see a room full of bones. Lined wall, the tables lined, the chairs. You see statues of what look like fallen soldiers, like party members of different parties. Just their skeleton within their armor, like in a pose. He's like, brings you in. He goes, "This is the most safest room in my whole castle."
Yeah, so you fucked up your spell and split my soul.
I
Again.
had personally nothing to do with casting it. My wife and your friends, they were the ones that delved into the magic. But yes, this is an issue because the magic did bring back Stradvan Zarovich, the beast I slayed before. And in his revenge, he took your friend. And now is planning to try to take everything back.
Alright. First things first. I have a sneaking suspicion that there may be more parts of my soul that made it to the material plane.
I think some of your parts of your soul are in the spot other person, Strahd.
They're
That
in a
is what I'm
powerful
fearing.
vampire.
That is what I'm fearing. And that's why I asked my wife to come find you. Because when she spoke to the spirits, they mentioned that Strahd, in his rebirth, has the ability now to leave this land if he can find the way out. Which the only way we could come to that conclusion is if part of your spirit, which came from a different land, went into him, giving them that ability.
Well, you didn't get the most violent part, so you kind of lucked out
Well, that's
there.
good.
But
He's already a violent man. You don't. He's devious. He's very mastermind. Loves playing games. If you can manage to kill him, though, we can restore you fully, or at least give you parts of what he has back to you.
why is he so bad?
What
did he do wrong?
When I came to this land, He was a monster. He was taking anybody he found beautiful as his wife. He was treating the people around here as play toys. He would bring adventuring parties in here just to amuse him and test them out to see if they could defeat him. And when
Oh.
everyone fell, where do you think all these bones come from?
Yeah, that part's fucked up. Number one, you have a literal doll running around your castle.
The doll was
two.
actually not when I got here. Not mine.
Okay, Fang. Number two, your wife is literally stitched together.
Her story is
Of-
hers to tell.
The most,
That's-
what apparently beautiful
She-
people.
Is someone I met. I did not make her that way if you're thinking that. I had met her that way. She came from a different part of this land. There's some place called Lamortia. I've never been there. But she was running from that place.
I just want you to choke on your own words for a second before I make you do it.
Oh, little boy.
You-
I would love to see you try.
You tell me Strahd is this awful person because he
Mm-hmm.
chose any beautiful woman.
He didn't just choose them. He made them his concubines. He took away their power and made them all vampires. Loyal
See.
to him and only him.
That
There's a
part's kind of
difference.
fucked up. But you do have Frankenstein, and you're flirting with a party member of mine.
I cannot
So-
help that I'm very charismatic.
No, you're just an asshole.
I'm a very dashing person. Yes, I could be. And you're in my castle, so I'll let that slide.
Kill me, please. I don't want to be here.
No, and trust me, I don't want you to be here either, but if your body dies before that is Strahd, all of your soul goes to him from this ritual that your friend came to me
So
seeking.
I'm choosing the lesser of two evils.
Unless you would want to give this man all power and let him go wreak whatever power he wants on your homeland where you came from. Because he will have all information you have, all memories you've ever collected.
I mean, Wildmont's kind of fucked anyway right now. Have you seen it up there? There's a huge war going on, and a bunch of innocents are about to die. Not that I really give a
Considering
shit.
when I found you, you were being tormented by Godcat, it was a very interesting town.
Yeah, I don't remember much from my life, but I remember the Shadowfell.
Ah, you're from, yes, you are. I can see the shadow card in you. You are from these realms as well then.
If I get through this and we
Yes.
put Strahd in the ground or whatever,
Yes.
and I get my soul back, tell me why I shouldn't kill the other person that's acting like Strahd.
Me.
Yes, obviously. No, the other vampire in the room, my bad.
Because I chose this place. You could kill me. But you could see this whole place will go to hell. If there's no leader, this place crumbles and everybody goes into an apocalyptic world. Everybody dies. And when you die here, your soul doesn't leave. It becomes trapped. And you are reborn into another body. Some people here don't even have souls because there's not many of them.
Man,
It's
what
just
I
a
would do
very
to have that.
yes. If you want, you could kill me, and it is all yours.
That's actually really tempting.
Please try. It's been a while since I've battled anybody. Strahd was the last person I fought, and that was over 1,000 years ago now. So
You know what? And I'll take a step towards him. Not in an aggressive manner.
Yeah, he just stands there.
step towards him.
doesn't flinch. He just stands there all smooth.
If I make a move on you,
Mhm.
I'll give you fair warning. Make it a fair
Ah.
fight.
A real fight. A hero's fight.
And I'll put my hand out for a shake.
He shakes it. He does that whole,
Yep.
and then pulls you closer. Whispers in your ears. One day, maybe I will taste your blood.
Not much left. And I'll push away and walk out.
He just smiles. And as he follows you, he goes, I like you.
That's fucking weird. You seem
Insist,
to like
insist.
way too many people for your own good.
Man, you get lonely in these parts. And as you guys return, while that's all happening, Cora, you're sitting in the room with Japer, Lucy, and the witch, and you see her pull out a deck of cards. These cards are not like the one Lucy's used to play with. Like, her cards are bad cards.
Mhm.
You've seen Lucy kind of have a slight cards of this, but not really. And she's like, "Would any of you like your fortune read?" I'm a fortune teller.
I tend to not dabble. I'm all right, thank you.
It's just not dabbling. It's just talking to the spirits. Nothing bad will happen. You don't have to give anything. Sometimes the spirits are willing to help.
I have my own that I talk to. Thank you.
Oh, this is very understandable. And you do see Lucy go. Well, she kind of comes like, Cora, would you be okay if I got my fortune read?
Cora just kind of like shoots a look over at Lucy and goes, I don't believe that would be wise.
Well, how come?
I know spirits, and some are nice and some are not so nice. I would much rather feel safer if we didn't throw in the air our caution in relation to what we come in contact with. This place is already very weary and uneasy
Okay.
feeling.
You're probably right. As you see Japer walk up and go, I'll have mine read.
Cora already knows that there's nothing she can do in relation to Japer, so she's just like,
Of course.
all
right. So you see her sit down around the table, and she just closes her eyes and starts shuffling her deck. And she goes, you get to draw 3 cards. Each one for the past, one for the present, and one for the future. And she pulls the first card, which is the hooded one. The hooded one is 7 of Swords. So, the hooded one, bigotry, intolerance, and xenophobia. A mysterious presence or newcomer. And she turns to Japer and looks, it sees that you haven't come in contact with something unfamiliar to you, but something new to you at the same time. Something that has a voice of its own. And it might be changing the person you are inside.
Cora's immediately on high alert, like,
Next one. Swashbuckler. The 1 of coins. Those who like money, yet give it up freely, like rogues, and rest killings. She goes, I see that you travel with these people, not out of your own will, but out of your own greed. That you are looking for only money. That maybe they haven't, if that came to shove, that's all that you would take care for. And she goes, 3rd card. This one is your future. The 9 of coins. The miser. Hoarded wealth. Those who are irreversibly unhappy are who think money is meaningless. And she goes, I see you finding all the riches in the world to you. You will get everything you want, but in the end that will leave you with nothing except loneliness. The people you travel with won't be by your side. You will be standing there on a mountain full of gold with that crown on your head, Voices coming to your ear, but no one there to stand by behind you. That is what the spirits have told me. Which is freaking eerie, because that all related to hit, like, yeah. Not gonna lie. That was a little eerie. Because, yeah.
All of that was eerie.
That all led, yeah, I don't even... You sure no one else wants to try their luck? At this time, Littell and
Why
Jessica
not?
do come back in. Perfect. And she sits down. And Littell, you guys come and sit quietly as you watch her. You see her eyes roll over the room, like shadows kind of get inkier. A little mist seeps in. And she goes, the first of cards. You have gotten the wizard. The wizard is known. Mystery and riddles, the unknown. Those who crave magical power and great knowledge. I see you looking for something. You're seeking out something powerful, something deeper than yourself. Something maybe divine in a way, but trying to find a path for yourself to walk. And then we're going to go with the present. And this is the Berserker, the Six of Swords. And the brutal and barbaric side of warfare, bloodlust, those with a bestial nature. I see a great tragedy coming in your future, a great war, possibly coming from your homeland, from the place you come from. I see a lot of death, but at the same time, I see a slight chance of light. If you can stay strong to your path, stay loyal with your companions, trust in each other, I see you could win this war. And the final card, the future. And that will be the Four of Coins, the merchant. A rare commodity or business opportunity, deceitful or dangerous business transactions. And she goes, you are going to come in contact with something powerful, something everyone will be seeking, something that could change this war, something for the better or the worse, depending on how you use it. But once you find it, you will be sought after. Always watch your back. Only trust those who you've come to truly find close as friends. And then she kind of takes a step back.
I want to waste your time.
Huh?
I want to waste your time.
You don't want to?
No, I want to.
Oh, you want to?
I want you to draw some cards.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of put one leg onto the seat.
So, let's see what we first get. The Tax Collector, 8 of Coins. Tax Collector. Corruption, honesty, and otherwise corrupt government or organization. This is your past. As she sits there, you see a feather fall slowly. And she goes, you've lived many lives. You were a collector for the Raven Queen. You brought her souls that were unbound to her, escaped her. You helped her in this. That was your past.
Cora kind of leans in a little bit and just looks.
The One of Stars, the Transmuter. A new discovery, the coming of unexpected things, unforeseen consequences, and chaos. She sets your life giving back to you. All these emotions in you. No memories of anything, only pieces of it. You feel broken. You feel incomplete. Parts of you want to rise to the top. Parts of chaos. Parts of strength. Parts of weakness. There's a battle inside of you going on right now. But the question is, who will win this battle? Will the real you win? Or one of the things deeper, darker inside of you? And the final card. Tell me when to stop.
So as soon as you say
Tell me when to
weaknesses,
stop. Yes.
stop. Yeah. As soon as he says weaknesses, like Lytel's face kind of drops before picking back up its smart ass smirk again.
The druid, the 6 of...
Can I roll
the
a
5 of
perception on that
glyphs.
to see if I noticed that?
Of course.
Cool.
The
I didn't.
ambivalence and cruelty of nature.
That was an
And
8.
those who feel drawn to it, inner turmoil. Your future is not going to be an easy road. You're going to find yourself at a daily battle within yourself. Parts of you not wanting to be back. Parts of you wanting to be back in death. Other parts of you finding this whole new experience is something of joy. Something of, what can I create with this new life? But the voices will get louder and grow deeper. And some will become darker, some will be lighter. It's you who has to choose the right voice, and only you. Since you recognize death and life, being of the Raven Queen, you've known about her devotions and her etiquette. So, your future is not as set as most people's, because in your own mind it is broken. So, your path is right now fractured, and only you can put it together. And Lucy goes, "You sure I can't try, guys? That's like, come on."
Go ahead, Luce. Go ahead,
Okay.
sweetheart. Go ahead.
One of you told me when to stop with.
Stop.
She got the Avenger. 1 of Swords. Justice and revenge for great wrongs. Those on a quest to rid the world of a great evil. She stops and goes, "You've lost friends. You've never known your parents. You were abandoned. You found a new family, but even in that new family, you've lost people, parents. But you've also seen a great evil rise, a great evil that has taken your family and taken friends from you, and you want your vengeance against this evil. That is your past." Next person. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
2. The Diviner of Stars. The pursuit of knowledge tempered by wisdom, truth, and honesty, sages and prophecy. You will seek to learn the abilities of foresight. This intrigues you much, for you've seen it before by someone close to you, and it has set you on a path of wanting to learn more about this, to seek out the truth of your own self, of who you were before you were adopted, who you were originally, maybe even your original name, given to you by your mother. And the last one is the Beast, which is Great rage, our passion, something bestial or malevolent, hiding in plain sight, are lurking just below the surface. Something in your future is going to be maybe watching you, stalking you. Could be someone close to you. Could be someone you've never met. You're going to have a hard decision to make when it comes to a time. A decision that will be world-changing, event-changing. And only you will recognize that when it comes. But be wary of the people that create chaos around you. People that delve into chaos, into rage. Watch them. Keep distance, but keep an eye. And with that, you kind of watch as these ghostly spirits just leave her body and her eyes return to normal. And she goes, well, hopefully that helped. No joke. Tropidex.
That was so freaking weird.
I don't even know how they work. Literally, whenever I mess with
Way
them
too
during
long.
a session, they just seem to tell the truth. D&D spirits put in cards.
And that was Stitches telling us the tarot cards.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. I was her reading it. And she comes back and kind of just well, I was. Hopefully that helped. I kind of lose myself to the spirits when I do that. So, but how was your meeting with my husband? Have you guys figured something out?
We got base plan. Looks like we're going to right his mistake.
Is he in the room
Oh yeah.
Yes.
as well?
You hear him
too?
go.
Okay.
My mistake.
Is
Again,
he still
what did
alive?
I do?
He's alive, right?
Who?
I kind of peep him across the room.
Stannis?
And just
Who?
Strahd.
Oh yeah. He is alive,
You killed him.
but I did kill him.
Alive.
Yes, it was your friend though that did this whole resurrection, not me. I just watched, and I will admit, I did use the bones of his father, which probably wasn't the best idea. But they're sitting in the tombs below, where thousands of people are killed. Anyways,
We're going to go kill him, I guess.
Oh. Well, do you need anything to arm yourselves with?
What would you
if
suggest?
you have an instant kill for
I don't.
anything undead, that'd be pretty cool.
Jessica goes, it's funny you could say this. You see, when I first came here, I met somebody that could read my fortune, but she read it differently. This was what we call Vistani. She is a very old, wise teacher before she passed. She gave us a fortune to find weapons and items to destroy Strahd. Over my journey, I collected each and every one of them, and have them now in my treasury. I have a sword made of fire. I have
Cora's kind of flames out a bit more.
a
And she
necklace
smiles.
All right,
of the
calm
Raven
down.
Queen. It is called the necklace. So he's gonna lead you all to the treasury, and as you guys come in, you see just sets of armor, sets of coins that are all silver in a way. They're called Electrum, and they all have painted on it not his face but a different person's face, and there's just thousands of them in here. And then he pulls up a few curious items. He goes, I have this blood spear I found, not really worth much. I have a Galthias staff, which is made of this evil tree, darker powers. I have the holy symbol of Ravenkind. It was, some people say, a gift from maybe the Raven Queen herself. You have to be holy to wear it, though, are of a good alignment. I have the icon of Ravenloft. I found the Saint Markovius thigh bone, which is a holy bone from a saint, and the Sun Sword, which when he sees that, he pulls out this sword, and it's only like just the handle, like all you see is the hilt, and all of a sudden he goes, well, I personally can't use it. Would one of you be able to?
Absolutely.
And he hands it to you, and you watch as a bright, radiant beam of like sunlight and fire come bursting out.
Does it damage him from this range?
Well, I mean, like you have
I
to attack
immediately
him
reach
with
out
it.
and snatch it.
Yeah, I mean, if you attack him with it, it would, but it doesn't like give off a radiance.
Well, he's a vampire, right?
Yeah.
And it's bright
The sun
radiant
sword.
light?
No, it just radiates off the light.
Oh, okay.
That's
Because
like the sun.
I was about to be like, that's
I mean,
easy. That you made this too easy. I could just take over. Right.
Pretty much what it is you gain a +2 sword that does an extra 1d8 radiant damage, and the light blade emits bright light of a 15-foot radius and additional dim 15 feet.
It's the sun sword?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's like, it is a good weapon against vampires, but if you're looking, are any of you more, well, Qua, you did say you have a faith, do you not?
Indeed.
He's going to walk over and hand you the holy symbol of Ravenkind. And this is in the shape of a sun with a ruby in the middle. I wish I could find mine, because I'd have to show you. I don't know where I put it. And anyways, he places it around your neck. And he goes, this I once used before I became what I am. It holds 10 charges. And with one charge, you could hold a vampire, or you can turn undead. Or with expending 5 charges, he whispers in your ear. Actually, no, he whispers in your mind. With 5 charges, you can make sunlight appear and instantly hurt a vampire, where they cannot regenerate. And then he just like turns to the towel and just gives him a little wink.
She
You're
smiles and
hot,
winks back.
but I'm not swinging for you.
Well, you never know. We'll see. And
You might.
but yes, I also have I also would probably like to let you all know why here in these lands you do get a +1 to your AC and a +1 to your saving throws
Oh, hell yeah.
at all times from the light of Barovia of Argent Wolf. But if any of you need anything else, I do have a couple more items I could lend out. If any of you are good with a spear.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure I am.
I don't think you can be too difficult with the spear. It's just jab jab.
Yeah. Is there anything you said? Hold on. Let me see if I can find this in the inventory.
Yeah, it's the holy symbol of Ravenkind. It should be in there.
Oh, here it is.
But she's like, also, the most other thing that's impressive is this spear that I have. It is a blood spear. Pretty much when you stab people with it, you get some health back. It drains blood from them and replenishes you.
Josh.
Mm-hmm.
What about those armors?
The armor.
Yeah.
There's no magical armor, but they're all like, you see any sorts of armor from what you're looking for. Like plate mail, the studded leg, the spiked. It's all normal armor, but just none are magical.
Motherfucker.
Like, yes. You see coming to these lands, there's not much, let's say, wizardry here. Not much magic at all. There's one wizard I've encountered that actually helped me. His name is Mornikainen. But so there's not much magical equipment. This is pretty much all we have.
Quick question, think fast. Do you guys have any, clothing shops in
Oh,
the
we
Land
have
of Red?
there's many clothing shops. There's the city of Milwaukee. They have some good clothing shops. There's the town of Kresk. That is more of a religious town. The village of Barovia, not so much. But if you're looking for a nice clothing shop, I would either try Milwaukee or Kresk.
So how far is,
Strahd,
um, yeah,
that we do not know. Ever since you
your
vanished with your friend, he's somewhere in these lands. I have not been able to figure out exactly
son
where.
of a bitch?
I should let you know, Strahd, unlike myself, who is a little more charismatic and good with a sword, he dabbles in a little more darker magics. So he was able to hide himself from me and my wife.
Normally I get like this a general location, or this is the face in a general
I could
location.
tell you where I think he is.
That would help, probably just a little bit.
My guess, he is hiding with the only friend he could find in this place that I did not display. Her name is Baba Lasaga.
Why didn't you murder her?
I could not find her. She's always moving. She has her own hut. Well, I should tell you, she is a hag, a very powerful hag. The one time I encountered her, she told me she thought Strahd was her son and treated him like that. I should have slayed her that day, but I felt pity for taking her son away.
God damn it.
For I am not the monster. I'm just changed.
You're not a monster.
No, I don't kill randomly and just slay anything. You could ask the people of the land. They are treated respectfully. But
Insight check.
insight
I don't trust this natural 20 motherfucker. That's a 24.
Okay.
It's a 20. I do not trust him. One.
He's telling the truth. You got a 22. He's telling the truth.
He's
Yep.
telling the truth?
Yep.
Motherfucker.
He feels himself as like a righteous king that slayed the evil and gave back the land to people that needed it.
I'm digging it.
That motherfucker.
Cora's digging it,
Have you
100%.
not heard the saying, "Great power comes with great responsibility"?
I didn't
Sometimes
know Spider-Man was
in this world, sometimes that great power and responsibility comes with the great darkness.
But there's also the quote that says, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain."
This is true. I've lived for a long time now, and I haven't yet to change, but don't worry. I have my old encountering party. Well, they're still alive. I made a deal with one of them. If I ever did change, I would kneel down before his blade and let him chop off my head.
That'll be handy.
But that day is yet to come, and I still reign in power.
I want to insight check him.
Go for it.
Just
Insight.
21.
Lying, motherfucker. Lying, motherfucker.
He got a 34.
Oh, shit.
So he's like, I'm being very honest. Like, I brought you people here to help me. I'm even willing to assist you in this. I'm not going to send you off to fight alone. You'd probably just die.
You're gonna fight right next to us.
Of course. Do you think a king would not defend his land?
No,
Cora
typically they
immediately
send
kind of
people
perks
out.
up at that.
Well, again, I am not that kind of king. I protect my people.
I respect a king that stands on the front line.
Of course. And, well, I do my a little bit to Samus. Your friend, he's very. He was a little misguided when I first met him. But over our long talks and hours of conversation, I think I've helped put him on a better path. He doesn't believe himself so much as a god anymore, or a prophet. Let's just say that.
Let's hope you're true.
Yes. No more talk of a god cat, whatever that is.
I really, really hope you're as good as you think you are. Because unlike you, a Disica,
Would
right?
you like?
That's what you say.
Yes. Would you like to test yourself out with me? We could have a fun spar.
No.
Aw.
How about we just save our energy?
Okay.
I'm just saying, unlike you, I am a monster.
Oh.
And
I'm a monster.
Cora kind of like looks over at Lytel and it's just like, calm down.
Lytel's arms are slowly growing. And like his fingers are growing longer, like his form of dread is coming out, but he's trying to hold it back. You can tell there's a look just looking at him from like and not being straight on. You can tell that good part you may have met on the first day or a different part of Lytel is trying to stop a transformation or stop a full conversion from happening.
Cora kind of like notices that and like looks over and kind of like puts both of her hands on your shoulders and looks you dead in the face and is just like, there is time for that. Just wait. It may not be now.
And he just smiles and goes, "That is a nice little trick. Want to see something cool? Look at my wife." And she does the same thing. But hers becomes more like her skin just starts like falling away. She becomes more ghastly looking, like almost mummified in a way. And her hair, her eyes just become black.
Josh, the cinematic perfection of Lytel and Stitches is.
Yeah, it's kind of I'm almost kind of shipping it. I love it.
I'm not gonna lie, Lytel's been looking like the entire time we've been here.
You should definitely talk to her. You'd love to hear her past. It's a very interesting one.
Maybe when I'm not trying to put someone 6 feet down.
If considering before you all arrived, me or my wife, we were not able to do this before. But would you all be able to help us? You see, the more people we have that do this thing we like to call contacting the spirits in a different way, we gain different access to different powers.
This sounds like you're inviting us to an orgy.
Well,
right about
it. I mean, if you want to get naked, then we can. This is up to you. But I was just asking to commune with spirits. But whatever your floats your boat, I don't judge. You should have seen the old owner. He had like 3 wives and 4 boyfriends. He was a little flamboyant.
It's a bit much for my taste.
Yes.
Not a big fan of sharing.
He was very interesting. But now all they lie in the tombs, so. But would you be able to help us with this ritual?
Cora kind of looks over at Lytel like,
why exactly are you trying to commune?
Because this we weren't able to do this before to find Strahd. With more people, we could have access to higher commune spells. She might be able to divine a location on him, is what I was asking for.
How long does this ritual take?
Oh, just an hour.
I'll do it.
Well,
But
you
you're
kind of
buying.
need everybody to do it.
Fine.
I'll do it. But I want money for clothes directly after. If I don't need this guy,
I will dress you. I have closets all around here. You gotta understand, living and having to execute lots of vampires who dress very nice. They left their clothes. I have dresses, fine clothes. Anything you could wish for is probably in this castle.
I get a makeover too.
Yeah, you
Interesting.
can have whatever you want if you'd like.
Cora's eyebrow kind of perks up at that. Just like,
Okay.
duly noted.
So, which one do you want to try?
Don't fuck the vampire. Don't fuck the vampire.
So, I'm going to give you guys the option. Would you like her to commune, cast Find the Path, Legend Lore, or Scrying?
Find the Path is for a place she already knows, so it won't work. Don't know what the second one was.
There's commune. Find
Lore,
the Path,
right? Was the second one?
Legend Lore, or Scrying?
I feel like Scrying or Commune is the safest bet.
Probably.
3 questions.
I feel like we got a bunch of legend lore already, so that's probably.
Okay. So
I mean, my lore is pretty legendary. But
So she's going to. You guys are all going to sit around the table. You watch as the candles on the table just light instantly, as her eyes start to flicker, and the lights become dark. And she asks everyone to hold hands. As you literally feel like this is contacting spirits. You all take deep breaths, and you watch everyone's energy just start forming into this spirit. And at first it looks like a female in a porcelain mask. And then Cora, you see your deity standing up there. Lucy sees a dragon. Japer sees his father. Each of you see this own divinity being up there of knowledge. And then it stops and changes into a man in robes wearing a crown who looks very undead. You would take it as King Aslan, who they mentioned earlier, standing there, and you hear coming out of his voice, 3 questions. Only 3. You have 3 questions.
Shit, we're communicating, not
Yes.
not
Nope.
stitches.
She's
Gotcha.
the one being just combining the spell.
What's the best way to kill him?
Is that your first question?
You be specific.
The best way to kill Strahd. Or is that's the person that we're. That's the person
Yes.
that we're. Okay, yeah. The best way to. What's the best way to kill Strahd?
Is the stake through the heart. Place the sun, his body in the sun. Have a priest consecrate the grounds to holy grounds. That will eliminate him from ever returning.
That's a lot of steps.
I know, right?
Sounds like murder with just extra steps.
He is a vampire of legend.
Do
Where
I have
is
something
Strahd
like that?
currently?
Currently, he lies in
Swear to
the
God,
swamp area.
Okay.
In a hut next to a hag.
That's
The
good enough.
swamp is below Castle Argent to the south. Third question.
Yep. I'm gonna like look at everybody in the party. Just, I'm good.
Laura, anything from you? No, this could be a question from, like, it doesn't have to be to this moment. This is a divine being in front of you. If any of you want to take the opportunity to ask it, feel free.
Fine being
Damn.
in front of me.
I know, right? I'm
This is
like,
pretty much God in front
You're
of you.
just gonna put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
can I ask him in relation to like any deity? Or is it just like
Anything. One question that he has knowledge to of anything. I mean,
he has knowledge of.
you don't know what he has knowledge to. He's a great wizard that mastered lichdom. Escaped the realm himself. Became a god.
If you don't say anything, I got something that I might want to get off my chest.
I'll let you have it.
Do you have to say it out loud?
Give me a d20. 1 to 9, you think you do. 10 or 11, you don't have to. Because you don't know how the spell works. You think you have to say out loud?
Shit. Poor fucking Lucy.
Now I'm curious.
What is the best way to kill Samus?
To kill Samus. Break the link to the spell that is cast. Sever the connection of that who's brought back. For his life dwells with thine who has given new life to.
Wait, hold on. Okay, now I'm confused. I
Your
know
undeadness he has gave up his life to become undead. That drives to your body and your life essence.
So I have to die for him to die?
Or
Mother.
else he can't die.
Fuck.
Because as long as you live, his connection to this plane will keep coming back.
Damn it.
Messing with dark powers, it's fine. Nothing bad happens.
That's a curse within itself. Okay. After I kind of piece this together, I'm just...
Well, as your question comes to an end, you see just like a black lightning shoots out. Not hurting any of you. Just like visual effects. As it all like shoots like arcs through each person and comes into her hands. And like she's like controlling it. And then just everything clears. And you see her just like breathing heavy, drained, and looks exhausted.
Does Adisica look like he's trying to comfort her at all?
He's just smiling, sitting there. He knows his wife is strong.
What a prick.
He goes, my wife, you did it. We've seen our Lord, our King, Aslan Rex lives. He turns to each of you and goes, "Thank you. That is an honor I bestow on myself. I've not seen my king in many years."
Yeah, well, we're about to go kill a bloodsucker for you, so, you know, win some, lose some.
We should. Are you prepared? This will not be an easy fight.
First things first, Cora, if you tried to speak in the past, 2 minutes, nothing has come out of your mic. No audio.
Your mic connected?
What the fuck?
Oh, there we
go.
I saw you speaking, and I was like, I'm gonna just interrupt her so she knows she's not speaking.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. I had a question in relation to consecrating the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Me casting ceremony on the ground count as consecrating wherever we buried Strahd?
The ceremony consecrate the ground?
Yeah.
And yes, it would. I mean, not trying.
Like it says funeral rite in which I touch a corpse, and for the next 7 days the target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell. But I'm thinking if I fine tune that a little bit, I am a cleric. Could I make that ground wherever he's at holy ground once we kill him
Make
to
the ground
keep him
not
down,
undead for 7 days,
or just make it holy ground in relations, or just an actual so that he wouldn't be able to rise if we put him there.
When we get to that, if you guys do manage to kill him, I was going to say there will be a ritual casted.
Gotcha.
And, everybody's going to participate in some way, somehow, to healing him away.
I just wanted to know if I needed to have it prepared or not. Cool.
So no, you don't need to.
Cool. I'll grab my other spell. Awesome. All right. Cool.
Yes. You're going to see the lies trying to go, "Don't worry, I have some spells my patron has gifted me in being able to lock away spirits."
Did you say lock away spirits?
Yes.
We could use them, maybe.
Are you a high-level caster?
No, I'm just a piece of shit, and I know that if I was dead, I would want to kill something. Oh, wait. That happened. 7 times.
Looks at you and smiles. Well, would you like to eat? Would you like to go looking for clothes before we head off?
Absolutely.
Clothes.
I need to kill this blood-sucking piece of shit in style.
So, he's going to lead you up. You guys walk up 1 floor, 2 floors, 3rd floor, where it's just all elaborate up here. Just think of royalty at its finest, but very mid-Gothic 1900s. And he leads you into what you would think a guest room. But once he opens the door, it's like a giant closet. Pretty much. He takes, one side is the guy's side, and the opposite side of the hallway is the female side. He's like, "Over time, I've collected every garment, every cloth left in here and put it into one of these rooms. Feel free to find whatever you like. There's many varieties."
Cora's hair just flames out and then goes back into just regular brown hair. It's just beeline for the closet.
Yeah.
We'll say Strahd did have good taste, but I prefer my flavor.
I'm gonna find some fucking
hell yeah,
dope ass,
find some dapper ass fucking outfit for sure.
Well, I mean, you'll notice it's all in its own little gothic way. It's definitely got that gothic feel to everything. All the dresses and everything are slinky and skin tight, but some of them are elegance. ballroom dancing type, masquerade kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if I want anything like that.
Whatever
So
you want. Whatever you can think of.
okay, whatever we can think of.
Yep. Hats,
Bet.
masks, canes, boots, tuxedos, capes.
Oh, absolutely. Say
Oh.
less. Do it, because I
Oh,
see it
fuck.
already. You're already ready in sauce. Let's go.
Do I need to describe myself?
Yes, you would. Describe
Oh.
what you're pulling out of this room.
Okay. So
And everybody give me an investigation. Just
oh,
to see.
easy enough.
Just to
That-
see if
that
you
gets-
find everything you want.
Don't do this to me.
Cool.
Don't tell me.
Right,
Yeah.
don't make me
You
do
get
this.
too
I'm
low,
gonna
you
find
might-
something
you might-
stupid.
Don't tell
Miss
me.
that one thing.
Hey, is
15.
it investigation into Fae Fiends or undead?
No, this is an investigation for clothes.
Fuck.
A 15, Corey, you're fine.
Yeah. Cool. Heh. I'm gonna be dapper as fuck.
25.
Yeah, you
Dapper.
Yep.
How dare you make me do an investigation?
I know. We'll see if Lucy and
You are so rude.
Shaper find stuff. Lucy got a 12, so she's kind of looking. And Shaper got a natural 1.
Oh.
I'm gonna say, just for funny sake, Shaper just like walks in there and picks out the most like evil looking suit of like clothes
Of course.
and just like dresses himself, and he's looking in the mirror and he's just smiling because you could only imagine in his head doing, "Yes, you look like you can kill everyone. You're so powerful. We're taking over the world." But to you guys, it's just like, is he really going to leave with that on? Like, it's not like ridiculous, like evil character thinking that I look good, but in reality, they're like, no.
All right. Cora, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead, because you seemed like you were ready. So
So Lytel's he's gonna go take a walk in there, look around for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he comes out with like, it's all very gothic, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes off like the Van Helsing type hat, the hat of disguise, and kind of just wraps it like around his neck so it hangs on the back, very like a Western style almost.
Okay. Yeah.
On his face is a graded like think of like a knight's mask, like an English knight where it's just the slits.
yeah.
But there's horns coming out the top. His outfit is kind of billowy on the shoulders, but all, like sleek, runny, torn leather. And it's a long duster. Like from the back, it would look like a sleek dress with a slit down the middle. But it's a very long trench coat, goes down to about the ankles. He has a very leather-like vest, kind of like almost stab-resistant type of hardened leather. Underneath that is his elven chain, and then just general black clothing under that. General black jeans, nothing too fancy, and then he's got some decently dope dress shoes to match.
Nice.
Sick.
And what about you, Cora?
Quora is in there for a little bit, just trying on a few different outfits to see what exactly her feel is, before she finally steps out in this almost like a fitted tux, but like for a woman. So it's got like this kind of like flowy, like billowy blouse that's underneath with like this suit jacket that is black with like blood red satin trimming that comes across it. Um, and like underneath is like her scale mail and stuff like that as usual. There's patches on the elbows as well of the jacket suit that are red satin as well. Um, and it's got long lapels kind of in the back that stop mid knee, like kind of like right back behind her knees and like split. And she has these pants also that have like almost like like the Han Solo strip that goes down the legs of also that same like red satin that matches the lapels of the jacket that she's wearing, and has like these knee-high riding boots, leather riding boots, that are pulled up overneath, and then like you can see the holy symbol of Ravenkind that's sitting around her neck, kind of like right in the middle of the flustered blouse, and she has like a little top hat as well, just because it fits with like also like a satin trimming, like a red satin trimming underneath that kind of like sits cocked over to her head, and she's just like, I like this. This feels like
Nice.
me.
Perfect. You see Lucy go in there, and she finds a dress that has flowers on it. That's very strange here, because the dress that has flowers also, you'll notice all the flowers are dead, like wilted, and the petals coming off. But it is something with flowers on it, so she takes it. And with that, you guys find your clothes. Lies sits up there and like tells each of you how amazing you look and everything.
Damn right.
And you guys just hear back downstairs somewhere the big pipe organ start playing again. And she goes, well, is there anything else we could do before we head out?
Um, mm, she kind of, Cora kind of like looks at the rest of the party and kind of like shrugs, like,
I'm definitely too busy checking myself out to pay attention.
Well, then it sounds like we are ready. Is that correct?
Cora's like kind of like subtly trying to peep out. Um, I just like around anywhere to see if he's actually like following up on his word and is coming to like fight with us or not.
Oh yeah, you even like as you guys are start heading back down, you Elias notices you looking around and goes, "Oh, are you looking for Odysseca?"
He said he was going to fight with us.
And he will. He's busy playing his music. He loves that piano. Sometimes I think that's why he actually killed Strahd. She just laughed a little. But just don't ask him about his ventriloquist doll. We'll get him started and then he just doesn't stop. I'm just going to warn you now.
Duly noted.
Yes. It's a little much overpowering, considering the doll also looks like Strahd. It's not that big of an act. But as she leads you guys back to the kitchen, the dining room to grab him and everything, you hear the music playing and like it just gained to that rolling chorus, and then it comes to a halting, dramatic end. And he stands up with the glass in his hands and looks back to you and goes, well, don't you all just look ravishing? Like I could eat you all up. Are we all ready, though?
Quark kind of tips her top hat.
He just like gives you a wink and a little smile. And he kind of tips his glass of wine. And goes, well,
She nods back.
let's do this. Let's go slay a vampire and bring back a friend. Or bring back something, at least, I hope. He just chugs the wine. Question. Do any of you know how to teleport?
I got Misty Step at will.
Oh, check you out, Saucy.
Can Misty Step teleport though?
It can teleport me 30
You.
feet.
I was saying
I was
you,
gonna say,
not anybody
I think
else.
that's about it.
I can play leapfrog by myself.
Let me see.
It's a little bit faster than running.
A little bit. She does not. So it looks like we might have to walk and do this the hard way. Oh yeah.
Oh, I already love this. I love the way that sounds.
I should say we won't have to walk. Don't worry. I have a chariot I found a long time ago. And he's going to lead you guys out. And in front of you, you're going to see it's a weird thing to see here. Like, you see a kind of Egyptian-style chariot that does not fit with this place at all. Like, you're even questioning, you're like, what? Where would that even come from? And it's attached to, the other weird part, is a wooden horse.
Cora just kind of like looks back and it's like, what the fuck is this? How does this take us anywhere?
That's my chariot.
It's wooden.
Yes.
I'm talking about the horse.
Yes, the horse. And he just smiles. He's like, watch and learn. He walks up to it, bends down, and he says something which you guys don't really. Well, do any of you speak Dwarvish or Gnomish?
Hold on. I speak Dwarvish.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
So you catch the word he says. It's kind of in a slight Dwarvish language, but it also sounds like a Gnomish, so like you catch parts of it. It's very strange. And as he says it, though, you watch the wooden horse start to animate. It doesn't become a real horse. It just becomes an animated wooden horse. He goes, see? Better.
Cora kind of smiles and goes, you might have to teach me that.
Oh, I found her. She was trapped in the temple a long time ago. And at first, I thought it was just a wooden horse. But after a while, I found out it actually could do that.
Yeah, save it for after we kill the other vampire.
You are full of wonders.
Jesus Christ.
Well, thank you. So are you. I would love for you to
Fucking
sit down and talk sometime.
After we
Of
kill.
course, he just like gives you the little glare. Of course, we must save your friend first, right?
Of course. Save our friend first.
God
Well,
damn it.
After you, who would like to ride up front with me?
I'm pushing Cora.
I mean, I was going to volunteer anyway, but all right, I guess.
And then you hear Lies go, would anybody want to fly and take a higher ground? I could do that also.
I nudge Lytel right back immediately.
I wouldn't mind. And as I walk out, I'll do the I'll sprout wings of the phoenix as well.
Oh yes, you got that back, huh? I forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She's like, ooh, you could fly yourself. That's very neat. I like your wings. Also, Who is your patron? I noticed when you turned earlier, we had the same type of form.
Lytel goes so unbelievably blank and fucking flies off without answering.
She turns to Cora and goes, "He's a tricky one, isn't he?"
For about as long as I've known him, yeah.
Seems like
For the
it.
past 10 days,
All right.
past 5 hours, yeah.
I suppose we head off. Me and him will keep a scout ahead. We will relay the message as everybody, the rest of you, jump onto the chariot. Jessica kind of lets you guide the horse, Cora, since you seem so enthused with it. He's like, "Yes, just take the reins and do it like this. You see, you're natural. You must have done this before."
And
And
she's enthralled
you
by the
just hear
horse.
Really
Jacob
good
go.
at Cora
This
just kind of
guy.
leans. She just kind of leans back and she just goes, "Horses kind of come naturally to me. You can always tame a wild animal."
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
just makes the
Almighty.
horse just run a little faster.
Beautiful.
Well, it's not a wild animal. It's a piece of wood, so...
And
Regardless, it's still in the spirit of one.
it is going to take you guys a little while to get over there. It takes you about a good couple hours. As you travel through the village, the whole Barovia. You see just a couple of small towns. You got that overview hut flight, so you're flying through the woods.
Oh, it's
You see,
contagious.
you see an old fallen down, looks like a windmill. You come back. You notice all the towns that you fly by, besides the village in the beginning, are all walled, have walls around them. But besides that, people mainly, there's not really many people walking on the outside. They just kind of stay in town, and you watch as Lies kind of leads you heading towards. She's like, "It's this way towards the castle where the dragon used to live." And you guys follow as Clara rides along next to Jessica. He's going, "That is right there is where I first encountered a hag. I cut off her head." And he's just giving you this whole thing of he
He's a
hasn't talked
football
to.
jock.
Yeah, exactly. But he's a paladin bard, actually. So he's all like, "This is where I did this holy thing. This is where I did that. Oh, you should have seen. That is our bar.
Oh.
I bought it. Yes.
You said he's a paladin bard?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I kind of I think that over the course of this ride, Clara has also gotten to know him enough that she doesn't call him Medistica, she calls him Addis. Just
Oh.
like a nickname. Just that they've talked this whole time. Why not? So that's what's happening now.
Perfect. He's like, no one's ever given me a nickname before. I like it. And you guys finally come where you see the castle that Lies tells you about it, and Patel gets there first, and you guys land, and about 10 minutes later, the carriage finally pulls up, and you see this old silver great castle with a giant silver dragon statue built on the outside. And he's like, and then from there, you guys just looking to the south, and it looks like that kind of, you guys have been in this type of area before with that green dragon. You see that forest that starts turning into creepiness and getting swampier as it goes farther south. And he turns, he goes, "Well, this is where we have to probably walk." But as you guys look at that silver statue, you do see this beaming light coming from inside somewhere of the castle that's just glowing and emanating into the sky.
Let me
If
see.
you're curious about it.
I am very curious about it. I'm just looking through to see if I can like what I have to like sense something.
Real quick,
Like there's a bunch of
Mhm.
stuff around.
in this swamp area, I'm assuming that there's like little pieces of land that come out of the water every, 10 or 15-ish feet, right?
Mhm.
So I'm going to misty step to each part of the land so I don't ruin my brand new shoes.
Okay, perfect. But as Quar, you're looking at this light, trying to give off. Uh, give me an investigation check or religion check.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, same modifier, so it doesn't even matter. Dirty 20?
30, 20. So you've never seen anything like this, but feeling that like energy, you kind of can tell this is like a divine light. And remembering when he said earlier that right now the lands have a +1 and to your saves and AC, you're
Mm-hmm.
guessing that's where this beacon's coming from. That energy.
Okay. Um, Cora kind of like looks back and is like, that light is divine. I don't know the source, but
Oh,
it helps us here. I think this is what helps us.
yes, that is the light of Argent. He was a great dragon that used to protect these lands.
You
He
said light
of
of
Argent. He used to watch the Amber Temple as you kind of see him point up to the mountains that are in the far distance, and you can briefly see it. If you're like really looking, a temple that's like has amber colored statues and gold coming from the outside. And he's like, yes, the dragon would stay in his castle and watch people to make sure no one messed with the dark powers up there. But after Strahd had slayed him, me and my fellow compatriots had found his head, the dragon's head, and returned it here, and awoken the light that now protects the people.
There's no way you're just all fucking sunshines and roses.
Who, me? No. I like blood. What do you think? I'm a vampire.
Yeah, but in a land called the Realm of Dread, that seems very mundane. You got something going on. I'll figure out what it
Yes,
is.
I cannot leave. That's just what's happened. I'm bound here forever, in eternity. The one time I managed to escape to your friend, that was by a mistake. I was messing around with powers I shouldn't have been. But that's a different story. We're not here for that. We are here to go find a hag and Strahd. So, who would like to lead first? Would you like me to lead first?
Yeah, hot shot.
after you.
Well, I am not the best at survival, but fine.
You literally are stuck here. You're 1,000 some odd years old.
Point? What is your point?
This is your home.
True, but you never know what darkness lurks here. I haven't killed everything evil in these parts. Oh, okay, you got a 19 for survival. So he's like, fine, whatever. He just starts marching on. Just like pulls out his big old greatsword. He goes, follow me. You're right, I know where it is. I just wanted to see if I could get you to. You just see him like head on into the darkness.
Pull out my war hammer and follow right on behind.
As I pull out the sun sword, I just go, manipulator. Got it. And follow.
In the last turn, so you go, what did you say?
Don't worry, Stitches.
My name is not Stitches, but people. She falls, and then the rest of the group falls right behind. Japer and Lucy just like staring at each other as this whole thing is going on. Like, what did we get ourselves? You hear Japer go, "Is the Sanus person really worth it? Like, this whole thing just seems like, yeah." And Lucy goes and just punches him in the fist and goes in the arm and goes, "Of course it's worth it. Jeez, you're still getting paid, you know."
Is this thing worth it? Caught.
Literally.
He's like, "Damn it, that's right. I'm getting paid." Oh, okay, fine.
She's a monk too. She just knocks him on his ass.
Literally,
yeah, pretty much. Just punches him on the shoulder and he just falls down. He's like, "God, ow!" All right.
Like one step below a stunning strike. Just
it's going to go Adisica, Quara, Littell, Lies, Lucy, Japer. Yep. All right. So that's the leading order. As you guys, everyone give me perception checks as you go in and investigation and perception.
Both?
Yep.
Is it investigation and if fiends are undead?
Of course it is.
You said
You're hunting
investigation
hags
and
and
perception?
vampires. Yep. So 13.
Yes, that's okay, so perception 22.
Perception 22.
Investigation 25.
Okay. What do you get, Cora?
Investigation 12, perception 13.
You're too focused. Looking at some undead booty right now.
So,
He's interesting.
Investigation.
Great storyteller.
He's too busy talking to Cora anyways too.
Jesus.
You just hear him like going off. And lies we get. So that's not and perception. So pretty much Littell and Lucy both are ones paying attention.
So Cora's distracted by Lord Dickhead. Stitches is distracted out of jealousy.
She's still keeping an eye out. She just doesn't see much.
Japer's fucking talking to some demon. Me and Lucy are the only ones paying attention.
You and Lucy are the ones like looking for Sanus. Well, you're looking for what you're looking for. Lucy's looking for Sanus. So,
no, I'm looking for Sanus, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna say it takes you, as this is coming, that you guys see the sun or whatever is the sun start going away slowly, and the moon rises, and the moon here, it's a lot different. You can definitely tell the moonlight is like has to be real because it's just that like full moon glow. It just, and it's a full moon right now, and as you see that and the clouds spread apart, you start hearing wolves howl a few miles away from you, but you start hearing them like all around, like packs of wolves just off in the darkness. And you guys continue on, going deeper and deeper into the woods. When finally you do come across a hut of some sort. You come across this hut that is actually, let's see if there's a picture. I'm pretty sure there is. Yes, it is. You pretty much, as you guys get closer, you notice an old looking raggedy hut with like straw all connected to it. It's gargantuan size though, and it's A hut atop the rotting stump of a giant tree that was felled long ago. It was embedded with a magic. You can see like a radiance of a magic coming from somewhere. And you see it standing on like 4 legs that look kind of like spiderish, as like it's holding this hut out of the ground. And that is what you guys see. And as you guys get within like a quarter of a mile, a disco stops and goes, "Well, that is Baba Lasaga's hut. So, if the fortune and the communion was right, our prey should be inside."
Well, lead the way.
Okay. I just want to warn everybody. The hut itself can move and attack. So just be wary. And, well, I don't know if you've ever met a hag before, but they are very tricky and deceitful, and will offer anything to keep their own life. So just throwing it out there as he starts heading that way. Do you guys follow?
Cool.
I hesitate, but I end up following.
Do you want to do anything before you guys get to the hut? Prepare anything? Prepare any spells?
Yeah, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good again on Lucy.
Oh, I had something, but I forgot. Oh yeah, so the hut.
Mm-hmm.
It's made out of wood, right?
You believe so, yes, from what you can tell.
So if I was to like light it on fire,
It is, you don't know what would happen. You can try.
okay. Prep burning hands.
Do you want to try to light it on fire?
If I get Disica's permission, I'll set it ablaze.
He goes, I don't know what will happen. I mean, I know you won't make Baba the Saga happy, but if you want to try, feel free.
You're right. Do you want to talk to her first before I set it ablaze?
No, but I just know it's a very big hut.
Are you scared of her?
Oh, no. It's just more. You'll see. She's not a very friendly person. She's very creepy looking.
So would you rather me set the entrance ablaze or go in there and fight her?
You could try to set the house on fire. I would love to see it.
See, now that sounds like some sadistic shit.
Yeah, see, that wasn't
I've
really.
fought the house once, okay? And it's. Let's just say I hit it a bunch of times and that thing still didn't go down. It is a gargantuan living construct that she's animated with her magic. So it would take a lot to kill the house. And I don't want to anger a gargantuan house to attack.
So you couldn't say
What
this
if
before
we
left.
Well,
what if
you didn't ask.
we draw her out? Because if it's her magic that animates the house, if we
The
take
house
her
would
out,
get up.
I think the best way to draw who we're looking for out is to give him what he wants.
which is
Your friend here makes himself the bait.
Me.
You are what he wants. You are the only way he can leave. We'll stand there if you want, watch over and make sure once he comes out to attack. But I just know seeing you would cause him to lose his rationality. But this is just an
I'm
idea.
gonna look at him. I'm gonna look over towards Cora and look over towards Lucy. Are either of you guys making any faces? Making any visual, like, not a good or good idea?
Cora looks very apprehensive, but also isn't 100% sure what other way we could do this with the least amount of bloodshed. So, yeah, I think her face is kind of just like unclear, just full of apprehension for the most part.
Would you
Just
like
kind
me
of
to
like looks
help?
over to Lucy.
I could cast. Here, he's just going to bless you all.
Thanks.
Thank you.
How
Does that
close
help?
am I to that door?
You guys, if you would have kept walking, you're probably within a couple hundred feet. Maybe.
So, Mr. Hotshot, how are you wanting to make this plan work out?
My idea is you go up there, announce you're here, announce that you want to face Strahd, or come however you want to. You can say your words, but to not have him come out, and when he does, we make our attack.
You do realize if you stab me or anybody in our party in the back, I'm going to make Strahd kill you.
Why would I want to stab you?
I don't know. It just seems like I'm being put in the center of a lot of crosshairs, and it'd be real easy to
I mean,
miss/slash somebody, you know?
technically, this is all because of you, if you think about it.
Oh, because of
Okay,
me.
okay,
You
okay,
did come back to
okay.
life.
Because of me.
Okay, hold on.
Who
Before we get to
fucking started
blaming,
that process?
Your friend started that process. And my wife. Blame her.
There you go.
But yes, let's go.
And I'll walk up to the door. I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay. Yeah. You going up silently? You going up quietly?
I'm walking and I'm knocking on the door. No stealth.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. So no stealth. You walk up to the door.
Just
As you go to knock on it, before you even touch it, the door just squeaks open, and you hear inside, "Come in, my child."
yeah, no, that's not how this is working. I need to talk to Strahd.
What you seek
Yeah,
is
no.
inside.
Nope. Get the undead fuck out here. We gotta talk. Listen, I know the house fucking moves. I know it's alive.
What would you think? Give me intimidation or what you feel is to draw him out.
don't forget your D4.
Oh, and a D4. Let's see
Well,
what I can get this up to.
That's it.
So it was a natural 20 plus 5
Let's go.
plus 4.
Let's go.
Okay, what'd you use?
Intimidation 29.
29. Okay, let me roll to see. What would he do? Let's go with it. Yeah, so you here. Move, Baba the Saga. He's come for me. I knew this would come soon enough.
Yep, your
But
key
do
your
not
key out of here.
let my captive leave. Of course, my boy. Don't worry, he's mine. And as you watch come out the door, you will see Strahd von Zarvich.
As he's walking up,
Hold on.
I want to quietly say something.
What do you quietly say?
Yeah,
You
so
see this man walk outside.
as he's walking up, I'm going to just, before we do anything rash,
Mm-hmm.
there are 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
4 are waiting.
There's 6. But yes.
6? Oh, yeah, Stitches. There's 6 of us. 5 are in the waiting.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't want to fight. And I'm pretty sure you'd probably murk some of us. So I just want to keep it known that if we're going to fight, I want it to be known that there's more of us. It's not just me.
But you see, I do not care if I shall die, because I know I will not die. They tried that once, and look at how I stand here now.
Yeah.
What I want is to leave this place.
Yeah, I get that. Is Sanus in there?
Oh, you mean my prisoner?
Yeah, whatever. Is the fucker in there?
Wouldn't you like to know? He's going to roll me an insight check as he said that.
Actually, I would. That's why I asked.
An insight?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. Okay. Where did my tab go? Let's just go. Where did he go? Yeah, I'm gonna say you catch on. He's trying to bluff you, but it's not working.
Sanus is in there.
Yeah, Sanus is in there, but he's just like, yeah, maybe if I haven't killed him yet.
Yeah, cool. So, we really don't want to fight the hag in there necessarily. If a fight does occur, it's gonna just be with you.
Yeah.
I do carry the last pieces of what you need to get out of here on me.
Do you want to do this to a duel of honor?
Honor would be nice, but I have a sneaking feeling that you're a piece of shit. So I don't feel like you're gonna honor much of anything. Plus, I'm the only way you can get what you need to get out of here. So,
You are the only way.
Yeah, isn't that unfortunate?
Well, kind of. As I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
13.
You become charmed. As his smile just gets a little bit wider. He's like, "But do you really want to hurt me? Think of all the stuff we could do together.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Think of the castle you could
Does charmed, do you know if they're telling like a charmed truth versus a normal truth?
You regard Strahd as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected.
Yeah, I'm saying like, does he realize if I'm telling like a charmed truth or a normal truth?
Like, are you trying to deceive him?
No, because think of all the things we could do together is a very real truth with me going, oh, I'm well aware.
Yes. So he would believe you, yeah. Yeah, because he thinks you're like, you know, he's a vampire. He's cocky of himself.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks you're perfectly with his will now. And he goes, well, those people, can you get rid of them for me?
I don't think I can.
They're here to hurt me. You don't want them to hurt me, do you?
No, but I also can't control them.
But you can protect me, can't you?
light my sword up, and I'll
Give you that
step
sword.
in between him and the party.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh, of course.
Oh, holy shit! All right. What the fuck?
What did you get, Cora?
Yeah. You got 21.
24.
24.
Lucy
Not
got a
bad.
7.
Not bad.
Stitches got a 24.
Yes, he's calling her Stitches now.
Just because of you. And Jessica got 19. So, we are going to... So,
I got a 22.
22. And Cora, you got a 24.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's your dexterity?
Two. My modifier, or are you talking about my base?
Your modifier.
Oh yeah, modifier is
So-
2 for dex.
If you had a base of 2, that would be
Cora.
insane.
I was gonna say, yeah, that would fucking suck.
Ratel. Let's roll for the 2.
It's hard for me to walk.
I was gonna say, are you even coordinated at that point in time? Can you tell your right from your left?
15. So, Japer also got. So then it goes Japer. Alright, we need to roll for her. In case she decides to do
I don't even think you can roll a 2 for stats. Like,
Okay.
If your GM's
So
a
last
piece of
quarter,
shit,
would
yeah,
tell
you can.
Japer. What?
probably.
Roll for what?
She said, I don't even think you can roll a 2 for your like dex base. And I was like, if your DM's a piece of shit, yeah, you totally can.
Yeah, if they really wanted to be a dick, well, they could just make you drop down to that much.
Yeah.
Jessica,
Wow.
Strahd, Lucy, and then Pablo. Okay. So it'll be Lias, Cora, Littell, Japer, Jessica, Strahd, Lucy, Pablo, Saga.
That was a lot of words.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
That's a lot of characters I have to control.
Right?
Yeah. So we start out with Lias, who is going to.
Get him Stitches.
She's gonna.
And we're
stand
attacking
there.
Strahd, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, right now all you've seen is Strahd came out, Littell was talking to him, and then Littell turned around, pulling his blade as Strahd backed up a couple feet. And Littell looks like he is kind of changed sides or something. I don't know. But I
Like he
am
just
going
triggered some
to
shit. Yeah.
pretty much. Okay, so Littell, on your next turn, you can make a save against with advantage against the will save.
Yep.
As you hear in your head Li's voice come and go, trying to just convince you to come back and that you're not
Sweet nothings.
that. Yeah, trying to convince you that you're on the wrong side and it's just all
Literally.
mind game. Don't listen to his words.
Pillow talk in the middle of the fight.
And she's also going to give you a bardic inspiration.
Pillow
shit.
talking in the middle of battle. I love
Yep.
it.
D8, D10, D12.
She is a D8.
Yeet.
Yep. D8. And that will be her turn. She goes to counter charm and gives you bardic inspiration. So bring us to Cora. What would you like to do?
Shit, and Strahd hasn't done anything as of yet, right?
Not that you know.
Not that I know of. Okay. How far away from me is he?
I'm gonna say he's within at least 100 feet of you.
Okay. 100 feet. Okay. That just told me what I was gonna do. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. directly at him.
Perfect. Roll the hit.
Okay.
Fuck, this isn't my fighter. Damn it. I would have jumped in the way of that if I was fighter.
14 to hit?
14 will miss.
Damn. All right.
Hits me instead.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Then it goes to Littell.
And
I
I'm
didn't add my D4.
and I'm guarding him.
Oh, yes, you do have a D4. That's right. You all have
That
D4
made it an
for bless.
18.
18, that will actually hit. So roll that damage.
Let's go.
Hit me to get rid of charm. Oh.
Then 16 points of radiant damage.
16 points of radiant damage. Ooh. Okay. All right. And you take your energy and just concentrate into a holy bolt and leash it out at him, and it blasts, hitting his chest. And you see him start leaving off this glow, marking him as the next hit will have advantage against him.
So,
anything else?
Hold on, let me double check my bonus actions if I got anything. I am going to mark him as Slayer's Prey as well.
Perfect.
And that's my turn.
What's your Slayer's Prey look like as you mark him?
I never actually thought of that. I think it's kind of like you kind of feel a gust of wind a bit that kind of all channels and blows directly onto him, and her eyes kind of glimmer a dark fire, like the fire in her eyes that is normally red kind of glimmers blue for a second, like hot fire, and then comes back in.
Nice.
And she's kind of just like honed on him.
So yes, and then it goes on to Littell.
is my save start or end of my turn?
Your save is when you get attacked by either him or one of your companions. You can make a save.
Even with the counter charm or whatever?
Yes, because counter charm just allows advantage on it.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, I have my sword in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is way far away, though, right?
How far did you move up, Cora? Or did you stay where you were?
I just turned. I'm right
No,
where
Cora. I'm checking.
I stepped in. Yeah,
How
I
far
stepped
did you
in.
move?
I probably took my full movement, or close to.
Okay. So she would be within 70 feet. And then Adiska was about 20 feet behind you, Littell. Just kind of standing there off in the dark.
So.
And then Lies and everyone else is back.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull out my revolver.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I fought with this crew, Lucy was the most dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Where is she at?
She is in the back about 100 feet away.
About 100 feet away.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot Lucy.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Roll to hit.
All right. Let's see. Revolver plus 4. That's a 15. That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit her armor class.
All right. Do you want me to roll for the second shot as well?
1 second.
Would he count as undead?
Who, Littell?
Littell?
No, he is not undead.
Damn. Okay.
No. Let's see if the other person has anything. So many reactions after the course. I love it. All right.
I don't think she has catch projectiles yet. Is she?
What the fuck?
That wasn't. I was looking at everybody's thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, we have like 20 things up here. So. Relax, I'm sure it's that's right. Do that. Okay, yeah. So you
So I'm shooting Lucy.
Okay. Yep, you shoot
Why the
Lucy for how much
fuck?
damage?
She's the only one I know who can fight well.
How much damage?
So I rolled max damage, so that's
Oh.
20.
20 damage. Okay. And then I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
As you see Odessica just kind of like ripping his sword and kind of raises it to like his holy symbol, and he does rebuke the violence.
Am I about to be like frightened or something like that?
Nope.
Or it's fucked up?
Just make a DC save and I'll tell you what to do.
Alright, so that's 19.
So you will take half damage of
Nice.
so you will take 10 damage of what you just did to Lucy. As
10 damage.
Yep, of radiant damage. And you get to make another wisdom save at advantage.
At advantage?
Yes, because of counter charm.
A 1 and a 2.
Whoa!
You are still charmed.
So I'm gonna shoot Lucy, and after he does that, I'm instantly flipping the gun on him and I'm firing a shot.
Okay. Yep.
Natural 20 for a 24.
He's gonna make you re-roll it with luck.
Motherfucking that what?
He has
With
luck.
luck?
Yep. Luck. You have 3 luck points per rest. Whenever you make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, or when an attack roll is made against you, you can spend 1 to have them roll an additional d20, and you choose which die to use.
Alright.
Luck.
That'd be a 19 plus 4.
That'll hit, but it's not a d20. It's not a crit.
Fuck.
How much
7
damage?
plus 4 is 11 damage.
Okay. So you knock him down a little bit.
And then as I bam fire both of the shots. Yeah. Form of dread. I'm gonna transform. So after I fire, and then on my as I get hit and I go for the second fire, I just fully grow about 6 inches and become super lanky, and my skin starts to my arm separates into 2 before reconnecting before my hand, and I fire the shot as my fingers lap around my hand from how long they are.
Can I use my bonus action?
Hinges.
Did you use it for your marking?
Oh, damn, it's still the same turn. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then 1d10 plus 1. D10 plus 1. 9.
Yes, he does have.
So that's 10. All right. And then, yeah, so.
Oh, actually, she does have direct missiles.
Homeboy needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Which one, Odessica?
Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom save.
And did you make her deflect missiles?
A 19. No, but I do know Ed.
Yeah,
I didn't realize she had it. So.
All right. Yeah, he saves.
He saves. Yep. And anything else from you?
I'm saying I'm gonna get more into his range now that I'm a little bigger, lankier. I'm gonna become a shield for Shad.
Chopper's turn. He's just gonna look around and go, "What the hell? I thought we were here to kill the vampire. What are you doing, Littell? And then he's going to bonus action hide first.
Oh, he's gonna hit me with the sneak attack, motherfucker.
So we'll see how this goes. So what's your passive perception?
Mine?
14. Perfect. So you just watch as like Jacob disappears, and that's all you know for now. And that will be his turn.
He's not gonna fire a shot or do anything.
He doesn't have long range weapons. He literally has a dagger and a rapier.
Rip.
So, nope. You just see him disappear, and you guys don't know where he went. And then it will go to Odysseus' turn, who sees you standing in front of Strahd. It's like, I don't want to have to do this, so...
As I look at him.
Yeah, and he is going to...
My jaw swinging back and forth as my head stops.
Don't want to hurt you. He's... No, that we're good. There we go. He's going to... yeah, he's going to Dimension Door behind Strahd. And then you're going to see him use his action surge. With Strahd in front of him. And he's going to roll his attacks. So the first one will miss.
Cool, so he attacked him.
He did attack them.
Sentinel feet, I get to attack him. Your new guy.
Because you're...
Sentinel.
Okay. But, yeah.
And still charmed, right?
So you get to make a melee weapon attack against someone who makes a melee weapon attack to an ally within 5 feet of me. And so I'm up against Strahd. That is a 19 plus 9.
19 will hit.
Okay. That's 2d8 plus 6. Your guy's undead, right?
Technically, yes.
Okay. So that is 8 damage on the first die, plus 6 is 14. That's regular slashing. And then that is 7 damage radiant, which I believed is doubled.
Okay. So, how much all that together?
8 plus 6, 14, plus 7, 21.
Plus,
No. All right.
And then it's doubled. The 7 is doubled, right? So that would be 28.
28 damage. So yeah, you pull up that flaming sword and just bite into him, and you see him like give you that faint look, like as his blade connects with Strahd for a natural 20, and he's going to pump a divine smite into it. So first we'll do that. So that's a 13 on the regular damage.
The 2 hot vampire dads are fighting each other.
No. So 13 plus 49 plus 13 is what?
49 plus
62.
13?
Yeah, I think 62.
All right, calm down.
Yes, he's a paladin. He's smite. And then so 62 plus
wow, the paladin
So,
said, fuck you.
70 damage as he right shot.
And divine smite doubled
Great.
it against undead.
Let me see what's strong. Yeah, except Strahd's not. Strahd's an interesting one. Divine Smite. Is it double against undead?
Yeah.
No, it just gives a 1d8 extra 1d8 against undead. Yeah.
Oh, lame.
Old version, I think it was, but new version they just give you an extra 1d8. So, but yeah. So you guys watch as he pretty much does 70 damage to Strahd, and just shoves his sword deep inside of him. He goes, "This is for last time," and that will, yeah. Bonus action. He's going to inspire Quara. So you will get a 1d8, Quara.
Okay, cool.
And that will be his turn. So then it goes to Strahd's turn, who sees everything going on in front of him. Ah, yes. See this man. He's hurting your master. Destroy him. He's hurting your friend.
Was it when I got damaged, or
It's
when
when you get
I
damaged.
or Strahd got damaged?
Charm is... Where did it just go? So the charm target regards Strahd, blah, 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 but it takes... Each time Strahd or his companions do anything harmful to the target, it can repeat the saving throw,
Gotcha.
ending the effects on stuff. Otherwise, you charm for 24 hours.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, he's going to attack the Jessica and go for his... His 2 attacks. Okay. One's going to be 28 will hit him for 5 damage plus 15. That's 20. So you pretty much see him just like reach onto him and pull him close with his claws as he does 20 damage and then goes in for a bite attack.
It's metal as fuck. A sword in him, and he still was like,
And
Right.
10, he will fail. So he gets his bite attack for 24 to hit. For 9. So 13, so 20. So you watch him just like reaching, grab him, pull him close, twist him around, and bite into his neck. And that is
pretty fucking
his
metal.
turn. Actually, at the end of his turn, he's going to use the legendary action.
Oh, good.
Just you see him. He's going to bite again on the one that killed him. So that'll be a 25. So 7, 14. So 54 damage done.
Holy shit!
And
What a baddie.
that is his turn. And it goes to Lucy's turn. Lucy sees the person that attacked her. And is going to
Run 100 feet to me.
bonus action Step of the Wind. Features. Yeah, she has that. Yeah, key points, perfect. She's bonus going to Step of the Wind right up to you. And
How far does Step of the Wind go?
doubles her foot movement. Pretty much a dash action. And
So
she has
60.
45.
Oh,
Or
90.
she has 40. She has 80 feet of movement, so
20 feet away.
Which she can use her movement for to get right up to you. So that was just her bonus action. And then she gets her attacks of 1 attack.
So Step of the Wind moves her 80 feet in a bonus action.
And then you can use your movement of an extra 40.
Oh shit!
Well, so she's going to pretty much punch you once and gets a natural 1.
Ooh.
But Jessica's going to give her a luck point. So does a dirty 20 hit you?
Yes.
All right. You take 4 damage, and you have to make a wisdom save at advantage.
14.
At 14? You still fail. Don't you have inspiration?
I do.
You just
No.
don't want to fucking use it, you asshole.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first time Lucy goes to hit me, I like grab her hand and just and then she fucking hits me in the face right afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah. So then it would go to
Sorry, I'm gonna kill your man crush real quick.
Babala Saga, who's just gonna stay inside. So then it jumps us back to Lies, who, seeing you not wanting to still under the charm, is going to all right.
She kills you.
I need to make a wisdom save.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yes. For 21, in case you were curious.
Check it, please.
Just let me kill the man crush real quick. That's all I need.
You're such a dick.
I just don't like him. Like, he just doesn't. He doesn't fit my vibe.
You don't fit my vibe, but I still fucking let you live.
We ain't the same.
Okay. Yeah, you made your save.
Fucking shouldn't have.
Still,
Motherfucker.
and Straw makes
Make your fourth fucking character.
He's already made.
Baba Saga. She makes her save. She fails.
Joke's on you. I already got it, fucker.
Okay, so
Oh no, kill me so I can get a plus 12 to my initiative. Oh no.
that will be hurt as you feel yourself about to get slowed, and then you snap right through it.
She's about to cast slow on me?
She did cast slow and you passed through it.
She cast haste on me.
Should have, didn't I? Yeah, for sure.
And then she is going to.
Car's mad at me right now.
She's going to use her.
Fucking happens.
Yeah, she's going to use her form of dread.
Tight.
Oh.
It's a kaiju fight.
Dread
right?
versus, I was gonna say a fucking dread versus dread fight. Let's go.
Joke's on her. Straw's my friend, but she's still hot. I ain't fighting shit.
Okay, and that will
I just
be
look over
her,
and go kill him.
That will be her turn. So then we go to Cora.
I am. How far is fucking weird ass Lytel from me right now?
Offended.
70 feet, I think. Yep.
70 feet?
Yep.
Let me see if this will work. Nope, too far. Okay. Then I am going to guiding bolt Lytel.
Offended?
Get over it. Let's see.
Get over it. Ow.
Oh, and that was a natural 20 plus my D4. It's a 23 to hit.
Kill. I
23
think
hits,
that's
I believe.
just a little bit.
And hold on, I cast that at the second level, so that's 5d6.
5d6. Jesus. Someone wants me dead.
20 points of radiant damage.
Alright. And
And you're going for an advantage. on your next attack against you.
You said he has advantage on his next attack against me?
No, whoever hits him has advantage on their attack against him because of guiding
Okay.
bolt.
Cool.
As you light him up and make a glowing around him.
I got an 8 plus 1 at advantage.
An 8 plus 1.
Mhm.
So that still fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how you're failing all of your wisdom throws to
Hey, it was a
continue to
1
stay
and
charmed.
an 8. It was a 1 and an 8.
It's just really convenient.
You want
is
me
what
to
I'm
roll
saying.
I'll roll the bardic if it makes you happier. I was gonna use it.
No, don't worry
Oh,
about
okay.
it. It's
Okay.
totally fine.
Okay.
Continue. You're having a lot of fun with this. I love it.
It's my turn.
Is Cora, is that all you're gonna do?
I'm also going to can I bonus action Shield of Faith me as well?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, gonna do that. And that's my turn.
Okay. Then it would be Atel's turn.
Cool. So right behind me is Strahd and Hot Boy.
Mm-hmm.
They're both facing away from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So in my form of dread, I'm just gonna say like completely just fuck Lucy, and I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna reach my like big giant ass hand. I'm gonna grab the top of Hot Boy's head and I'm gonna slice his throat open.
Wow.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Natural 1. Natural
Fuck.
1.
That's 19 to hit. Oh,
19. Will.
Oh, actually, no,
that's a
that's
21 to hit.
That definitely hit.
21 will hit, except Lucy is going to invoke her blood maledict. Or no, that's a different one. She doesn't have that one.
And it's
Never mind. She didn't
Yeah,
take
go
the one
ahead.
I thought. So yeah, that works. That hit.
Slice the throat. It's 2d8. All right. So in total, it's about to be 8 plus 6, 14. Then the other one was a 5. Yeah, that's just 5. Doubled, so 10. So that's 24 damage.
24 damage.
And after I'm going to stab into his temple. Directly after this.
Did you kill him, though?
How
You're
much
getting a
did you
little
say?
saucy.
So
Altogether?
24.
Okay.
And then
24.
after I like bring it back, I'm gonna attempt to stab him in the side of that with my second attack.
Yep. Does that work?
Natural 20. Natural 20.
That one.
Damn
Nat 20.
close. That's a natural 19 plus 9.
So that will hit.
Crushed it.
And in total, that is
Literally crushed it.
4 plus 6, 10. 6 plus 6 is 12. That's 22 damage on top.
22 damage, okay.
Fuck, he's not dead?
No.
Bonus action, fucking Crimson Right. I'm gonna put 1d6 more damage. This is fire damage.
Okay.
That's a 6.
So 6 more damage. Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
6 more damage. I want this guy dead, bro.
He's not dead yet.
Fuck.
Is that your turn?
Oh, he gets a Brandicus after I hit him with the Crimson Right. So he gets an arcane brand on his head
Okay.
afterwards. And I always know his direction. and each time the creature deals damage to me or a creature I can see within 5 feet, the creature suffers 3 psychic damage.
Nice.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Perfect.
Crushed it.
Then it is going to be.
I gotta protect Strahd.
So, yeah, and what is your AC again?
17 right now,
17. So,
I think. Does Form of Dread? No, Form of Dread doesn't do anything.
As you feel a dagger come into your back, or rapier, I should say.
God damn, he snuck all the way up here?
Yeah, he bonus action hit and then moved his little action to dash.
No.
Plus, you guys weren't really looking for him, so that's going to be 27 damage.
27 damage. All right.
Yep, as he just sticks you right in the back.
Dope. Wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Yep. He goes,
It's a
snap
9
out of it!
First one and a 11 plus 1 for the second.
God, you suck. He's like, oh my god,
My
fine.
dice are failing me for these wisdom saving throws.
Alright. So that will be Japer's turn. And then comes Adisica's turn.
Watch, a disc
Who
is
looks
gonna
hurt?
smack my wrist, and I'm gonna fucking snap out of it. You know?
He looks at you and then looks at Strahd, who's also hurt. And he's like, you're not worth it. And he's going to attack Strahd.
He's not worth it. Damn.
Yeah, you're not worth it.
Damn.
So
This was sad.
he is going to roll and see.
I'm just letting everybody know you could breathe on me and I'd probably die right now.
I'm sure. So that will hit Strahd. That will hit Strahd. So first is 11 points plus 5d8. So
Who's playing like
32.
Candy Crush or whatever?
I was like, I was
Those
gonna say,
are my
like, who
dice.
is like?
Those are my dice on the D&D
Oh.
Beyond. 32.
I was like,
44 plus
44.
hold on, plus 25 is 67,
Hey,
69.
we
44 plus
brought
25.
we brought
69
paintball
damage.
guns to the paintball fight, not a fucking grenade launcher, my guy. Jesus Christ.
And he just looks at you and smiles as you just see him drive the sword into Strahd, lifting him up, and then bearing his all the way down and watching Strahd's breath leave.
oh, we killed him.
Do I lose my charm or am I still
Yes,
charmed?
your charm goes away. As the minute you see this vampire fall to the ground.
I immediately run up to like tell him, deck him immediately in the face.
Hey,
like,
what's your strength modifier? Hey, what's your strength modifier?
Oh, it's +1. It's probably ass.
Oh, okay.
I probably get
I'm
hit
not
right
dead.
back in the face.
No.
Yeah, no. You
Yes, and all from inside you hear
It was definitely a non-lethal hit, but it for sure was a deck immediately to the face.
I still haven't dropped Form of Dread, so you came and punched a fucking shadow creature in the face. I just smacked up against the
Like
wall.
has like my say it has like my fucking say it has like my holy emblem from Serenade like wrapped in my fist and I just deck you. It's just full.
and from
What the
inside you hear a male's voice going,
You said I hear what?
hello? A male's voice coming from inside the hut. Is anyone out there?
I dropped my Form of Dread, just bloodied up and shit.
I walk right past him.
Yeah.
Like
And
I'm so furious with him right now.
you walk inside and you see someone in chains tied up against a wall wearing armor. An elf of sorts, half elf. He goes, "Who are you?"
Oh, I'm making a perception check for where the fuck that hag just went. That's what I'm doing. That's who I am.
You have no idea.
Oh, that's always good.
Yep, she just
I can't be
disappeared.
surprised. So you said, and she asked what her name was?
The elf asked you who you were since
Oh.
you went inside.
Quara. What is your name?
Sanus?
Oh, okay. So you're Senate.
Yes.
I call Lucy and
Lucy comes
Japer
rushing in.
and
Gotta
and
let your
I'm
asshole
like,
out there.
Everybody eventually comes into the hut. But Lucy comes in first. And she sees Sanus up there. And you just see her like run up and punch him right in the face.
it looks like everyone getting death
And
today.
she's
that's
just
the second
like,
time.
"How could you? You're a fool." And you hear Sanus go, I know, but did it work? As Littell made his way in.
I'm standing at the door.
As everybody like moves away from the door, Sanus's eyes catch yours. And a smile comes across his face, and tears go down his eyes.
I'm straight faced.
As he just like looks back to Lucy, to Quara, and all you, and he's like, it worked. I can't believe it. Littell, that's you, right? And Littell, as you stand there, you feel something like pierce your back, but it's not a
Mother
weapon.
son of a bitch.
As all the energy that was from your soul that was trapped in Strahd instantly drives itself back into you.
No, fuck.
Feeling all those emotions, some of them that you thought you were cut off from, hit you back. And you stand there.
I haven't forgiven you.
Littell? It worked.
Unfortunate.
Thank the powers.
No, you brought this upon yourself. This is a fucked up mistake.
I've made a lot of those though, but this one is actually making something right. It was my fault you died in the first place.
Out of curiosity, who told you to bring me back?
Myself?
So you didn't do this for me.
No, I did
You did
it.
this for yourself.
I did it for you and me.
No. Stop fucking lying to yourself. I don't want to be.
I did it for redemption. I caused so much pain and hurt and death from when I followed Tarzadin. I wanted
And you caused more trying to fix it.
But have I? Who's been hurt? Who's died since you came back?
I almost did.
But you didn't.
I almost murdered another motherfucker.
But you didn't.
The only way I can truly move on now is if you die first.
Well, that's going to be interesting. Because I'm undead. Well, kind of.
I'm going to bury you in the ground before all is said and done.
I missed you too, buddy.
I walk outside.
Yep.
I'm mad.
Yep.
I'm mad as fuck.
Yep. And Everybody else, I'm guessing, helps Sanus get untied, maybe?
Yeah. I also do a medicine check on Addis because I don't have my healing spells aren't shit for him, so I'm just gonna attempt to stabilize him.
I gotta
Oh,
make
he's
sure
still
Hot
alive.
Boy's okay.
But you come out and he's already like casting a healing spell over himself.
He's casting
Yeah.
inflict wounds.
No, he's casting actually a bardic word, a healing word. But he sees everyone come out and he goes, Quara, thank you. That's very kind of you. And he turns to Littell. Do you still want to face me one day?
Wouldn't be opposed.
Get stronger. Try your luck. And then you hear Lucy inside talking to Sanus for a couple minutes. And then everybody finally comes outside. And you see Odiska turn to him and go, young one, looks like you've gotten everything you came here for, doesn't it? And Sanus just smiles. He goes, thank you. I know it was a lie I asked you. And I know it almost brought this place down. But thank you. And Lies comes up and goes, well, would you all like to go back home? Or is there anything else we can do for you before you leave?
All good.
Quara?
Are we taking a short rest here, or are we just going on continuously?
She was going to send you guys back to the hotel.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Chorus like slips like the medieval version of her phone number to Addis.
Hey, here's my
Just
soul
like,
number.
He grabs
here's
it.
my soul
and
number.
Smiles,
Feel free to
Reach
scry
out.
on me.
takes your hand, bends down, gives it a kiss, looks up to you and goes, this will not be our last time we meet. Promise.
Cora
Wife's
blushes.
right there. Your wife's
Like,
right
just
there. Your wife's
blushes.
right there. Your wife right there.
As she walks up to Littell and just kisses him on the cheek.
Boom.
And
She
goes,
doesn't care. She's been too busy
you
hollering
were
at
very
you.
brave. Thank you. What's that?
Sorry, y'all added too much emotion. Littell can't feel
She
shit.
backs away. And you see her just start waving her hands, and you guys feel the mist envelop you and surround each of you as you end up transporting back to the hotel where you were left. Right back in your guys' in Quara and Lucy's room. And as you feel around to feel for the items that you had, the items did not come with you.
So I didn't get my precious drip?
No, you got your
Damn!
clothes. I'm just saying
okay.
the magical sword, the
Holy
holy
shit,
items
Josh.
did not come with you.
I almost
all your
flew
clothes
out to
did.
where you were,
Yeah.
dude. It was about to be on site, bro. It's about to...
I was gonna be like, if you made me go through all of this and I at least didn't get to keep the drip, I'm gonna be upset.
You see Sanus
My
sitting
drip.
there, also with you guys.
Oh, Sanus is with us now.
Yes, and he's just staring at Littell. And that's where we're going to pick it up next week. So,
All right.
Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully it was a good session. Everyone enjoyed the Happy Halloween. And we will see what happens next week when hopefully the rest of the party gets here and our other member joins back as his old character. But until then, everyone have a wonderful week, and thank you all. Good night.
Damn.
Oh, damn,
He
you just
left
hung
live.
up. Just left us.
You left.
We're still live.
Uh-oh. Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
So,
There you go.
all right, guys. So, and